How's it going out there? Welcome to another exciting episode of Cafe MB, the most immersive, most viewed, and most exciting cannabis cooking show in this dimension! Woo! Each week, we're broadcasting live to you from the Magical Butter Studios, showcasing a different chef in the kitchen with all kinds of wild and killer culinary styles, taking all of our magical infusions to the next level. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This week's chef is the first official winner of the Top Cannabis Chef competition that we held with the High Times Cannabis Cup in San Bernardino. Give it up for Chef Brandon Allen. Chef Brandon's focus is in paleo and ketogenic cuisine. We're very happy and excited to have him here today in the Magical Butter Studios. Chef Brandon is known as a certified entrepreneur, which is best described as a sommelier of cannabis. Chef Brandon is able to determine cannabis's flower quality and effects based on visual and aromatic inspection. Without further ado, let's go get into the kitchen and let's get to cooking with Ketones!
Just mix it up. If you don't know what to do with them all, just put them in and just mix it up. Just mix it up. Don't chop it up. Don't roll it up. Just mix it up. Just mix it up. I got butter over here and herbs over there. It's magical butter.
Introducing your chef,
over here
king
and
of
herbs
Keto,
over there.
master of meat, Chef Brandon Allen. You know him, you love him. He's got a mustache that'll tickle your soul. The host with the most putting butter on your toast, Chris Whitener.
All right. What's up, brother?
Hey, Brandon. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, man. Thanks so much for having me.
Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're live today in the Magical Butter Kitchen. We have a very special chef in the house. Give it up for Chef Brandon Allen. How you doing, bro?
Dude, I'm doing great. I'm great.
Excellent.
This is a beautiful kitchen, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I was super psyched.
I knew that you would enjoy your time here. We tried to make it as accommodating as possible.
So far, so good.
You've sent over a delicious menu, and we're going to be preparing several dishes today. I'm really stoked out. Let's talk a little bit about who you are as a chef and what are some of your inspirations?
Oh, gosh. Well, inspiration. We could talk about that for days. So as it pops up throughout we're cooking, I'll be like, oh, hey, this brought this part of things into my life that has been, you know, incredibly influential. But obviously cannabis is a big part of it, but clean eating based off of science. So I would have to narrow it down to that, just science. And I'm a chef, but I'm fascinated by the science of food, by the science of this flower, and pretty much everything in between. So now I'm also a classically trained chef. I went to the Art Institute of Pittsburgh and I studied culinary arts. And while I was in school, I had a really unique opportunity to create my own apprenticeship with a chef that's a master chef that's on the Olympic culinary team.
Wow.
Like he's got, you know, the chef's white with the Olympics rings and the whole nine. And so I got to help him basically create dishes and develop menu concepts for the team, which was like getting a master's degree worth of education, you know. But from there, out of culinary school, because I have really bad back issues, which is what cannabis has helped me out tremendously with, I didn't get into kitchen work because I just can't physically handle it. Yeah, and I did it before for a while and it just destroyed me. So as a chef, I had to find a way that I could showcase my passion and my talents for cuisine within something that there was a niche at. And that's where cannabis fell into place when I moved to California, and it's just been nonstop since then. And then I met you guys.
Man, and it's been a rocket ship ride ever since.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
Ever since we met each other. I imagine you working with an Olympic team really helped inspire your health-driven, you know, recipe styles. You're always focused on.
So I didn't work with the team, but I worked with one of the teammates. So I just want to clarify that. And in a competitive nature, you cook for the trends, you cook for the judges, and you cook based off of how you can, you know, transform this cuisine. So there's not necessarily a focus on health and wellness, but there are certain aspects where they're like, this one's going to be vegan or this one's going to be gluten-free, just as the internal challenges that the chefs want to represent within the trends that are happening throughout society, you know. But the clean eating aspect came to my life shortly after, I'd say about 6 months to a year after finishing culinary school, when I was a little bit plumper than I am now. Yeah.
You really made a dramatic change.
Absolutely.
Physically.
Yeah. So I started the ketogenic diet, and ketosis and ketones and everything keto related is what we're going to focus on today throughout this cuisine. And it's transformed my life, but the ketogenic diet was a part of it. Cannabis was another part of it. And the two synergistically working together, I'm down 50 pounds. I feel phenomenal. My energy's just off the charts, and there's a lot of science behind how these two synergistically can work together to not just cure different symptoms or minimize their symptoms, okay, but prevent. And ultimately, food is a medicine, cannabis is a food, so you can take preventative measures with food and cannabis together to stay out of these terrible disease states.
Wow.
And that's my mission, is to utilize food as a vessel to educate people on flour, while using flour as a vessel to educate people on food. And fortunately, there's a lot more people that eat food than consume cannabis or flour. So I have this huge demographic that I want to reach out to, is delicious, healthy, savory cuisine based off of science, and then introduce them to cannabis as well.
That's beautiful. That's the main reason we brought you here at Magical Butter. It's definitely a passion of ours, showing people how easy it is to ingest cannabinoids and eat to treat. We're really trying to focus on all these new recipes and things. So we're really glad to have you here today.
Glad to be here.
You're also going to be showing people that it's easy.
I'm going to check my bacon.
Ketogenic isn't a very restrictive diet type. You can really open yourself up to all kinds of fresh, healthy cuisine with no issues, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, so you can do vegetarian keto, you can do vegan keto, or you can do keto. And that's what we're going to focus on today, is kind of like the ketogenic diet itself. Some people look at as it is restrictive. I don't. And I'm going to showkease that today.
Nice.
Now, you can restrict it further with various dietary styles you want to add on top of it. But today, we're going to focus on OG keto. Maybe that'll be a strain name we can start.
I like that, bro. That sounds like a dank strain. Thank you guys, everybody at home, for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we're live in the kitchen right now with Chef Brandon Allen. He's here all the way from California, and he's cooking up some super healthy bacon here.
Yeah. Yeah, so I wanted to do like, bam, TV magic. But hey, when bacon's done, bacon's done.
Bacon's done. So we put this bacon on just ahead of this stream, just so we could show you guys when it's ready. So how long did you cook the bacon for, and at what temperature?
So to get started, what we're gonna do today is, if I'm not just drinking my bulletproof fat coffee in the morning, and I actually am going to eat breakfast, which is kind of rare because I do a lot of fat coffee and then intermittent fasting throughout the day. But when I'm home on the weekends, or my lady and I are just laying around, we're like, hey, let's make a breakfast.
Yeah.
This is how I want to eat. I want to eat high phytonutrients, so a bunch of plant nutrients that are high fiber as well, low carbohydrate with a bunch of clean, healthy fats, a ton of good, well, by a ton I mean a moderate amount of clean protein as well. So that's what this recipe is. This is my Saturday morning, or sometimes it's a Tuesday or a Wednesday morning when I'm actually off to be able to start cooking like this. But this is, if I were to eat breakfast outside of just a coffee, that's what we're gonna make today. So this is a breakfast Brussels bowl with some crispy bacon. We're gonna do a maple caramelized onion jam with an infused whipped lemon ricotta. And then we're gonna have some fresh herbs on top of there, and we're gonna fry up some eggs. So we're gonna have good greens, good protein, and a bunch of good healthy fats.
Healthy, light, fluffy flavors. We're about to see Chef Brandon Allen hook us up with a breakfast Brussels bowl with some infused whipped lemon ricotta. Can't wait to see this come out.
I'm gonna make you do that too.
You're gonna let me whip it up a little bit?
Yeah, you're gonna whip it up.
I'm excited to learn today a little bit about ketogenics, and also see you cook hands-on, because it was very inspiring to see you perform for the first time out at the Top Cannabis Chef competition.
Thank you.
You were a star from the moment we met you. You came out, you shined, you're in the kitchen, you got, I mean, I can't wait for all the people at home to see some of your techniques.
Thank you.
It's really exciting.
I'm excited to share it. Yeah, so throughout, while we're cooking, ask any questions, and if any of y'all at home are curious about what we're talking about, if you missed something, or if you're just saying, hey, what did you just do there with that utensil or whatever, just ask, let me know, and I will definitely, these guys behind the scenes here will let me know your questions, and we'll, educate y'all about cooking and cannabis and ketosis.
That's right, live interactive question answering from Chef Brandon Allen in the kitchen, guys.
Awesome. Okay, so we get started on the recipe?
Let's get started.
All right, we're gonna switch spots here. So first thing, I got my bacon going at like 400 degrees. I have a thick cut, just laid out on a rack so it's not sitting in the fat, because I want the fat to actually render out. And then they're just gonna rest here and crisp up for a bit. We're also gonna use this bacon for the next recipe too, so please don't eat all my bacon.
I will not touch
until the next recipe. Then we can devour it all, okay? And we have more too if we need to throw something in there.
Bacon is something that really makes a lot of different recipes better.
Absolutely. I mean, bacon's just, you know what's great with bacon?
Everything.
More bacon.
I tell you what.
Yeah. Absolutely. So real quick as well, let's break down the ketogenic diet, okay? So the ketogenic diet is basically the metabolic state of which we evolved. So think paleo, but instead of just eating a bunch of sweet potato casserole and all these fruits and vegetables and everything and some proteins, it's paleo based off of a macro profile. And we also include dairy into this as well, at least in modern times.
Let's go over real quick. What paleo comes from, like the Paleolithic era?
Yeah,
like
it's supposed to be like,
caveman?
you're eating like a caveman. So basically if you can't pick it, pluck it, kill it, and throw it on some heat and not eat it and just eat it right away, like it's not really paleo. So process, anything processed really. So even things like beans, because they require different processing. Even certain nuts actually aren't considered paleo. Grains, gluten, the various flours, cane sugar, things like that. And it's like, it's a great diet, and I think it's an amazing way to clean up your diet as a whole. But if you really want to take it to the scientific level, people in the Paleolithic area were in a state of ketosis. And how you get there is this. You eat a high amount of protein, a high amount of fat, a moderate amount of protein, and a low amount of carbohydrates. So high fat, moderate protein, low carb. I said high protein because we were talking about Atkins, and so many people think keto is Atkins and they just OD on protein. And what happens is when you eat excess protein, it stores in your body as glycogen or like glucose. So it's not much different than eating carbohydrates. So specifically, about 70% of your calories are coming from fats, and by fats I mean clean, high omega-3 rich fats, and then protein from clean sources, pastured eggs, grass-fed this, grass-fed that, and then low carbohydrate. So basically I look at the carbohydrates are vegetables that grow above the ground, and then pretty much no fruit. You know, you're gonna get some berries every once in a while, which is okay because they're super high in antioxidants, so the nutritional density is really high. And then you're also getting like leafy greens and cauliflower and peppers and onions and all these other things that are high in fiber and low in carbohydrates at the same time.
Interesting. And when you talk about fats, we're talking about healthy fats, right?
Yeah,
You look for maybe certain sources, plant-based fats, nuts.
Yeah, so you want to get your fats like, so first cold pressed extra virgin olive oil, we have some avocado oil, animal fats, especially seafood. This is the most important. Omega-3 DHA not only builds our brain, but it builds our endocannabinoid receptors, the membrane that these wonderful cannabinoids will come in and dock onto, are built onto that. So I have this whole theory about cannabis and ketosis, and we'll get into that as we're cooking here, but I'm gonna check on my Brussels now. More
Brussels,
TV magic.
Brussels will give you muscles, and I tell you what, that is definitely a trendy appetizer right now. We travel all over the country and get to eat in a lot of different fancy restaurants, and I've been noticing Brussels sprouts are popping up everywhere.
Yeah, and actually that's what inspired this dish. So there's a place in Pittsburgh where I used to live and where I went to culinary school called Butcher in the Rye, and one of my best friends is the sous chef there, and I just love it. And they did this Brussels bowl with Parmesan cheese and like some lemon zest and fresh herbs on there, and they did a flash, I think they roasted them and then a flash fry, so they got nice and crispy on the exterior. So
nice.
Good. So I wanted to create my spin-off of that, but with breakfast in mind, because I love Brussels. I mean, they're the ones that inspired me to start eating Brussels on a regular basis. So Butcher in the Rye in Pittsburgh. If yins are in Pittsburgh, make sure you go check the place out. So let's get started with the Brussels. Now, obviously, our movie magic is already happening there in the oven, but all you're gonna wanna do with these is just trim off the base, get rid of any type of browning, and then just give them a half like that. Very simple.
Make them easier to chew, right? Little bite-sized
little bites,
morsels.
and you're gonna get different sizes like this, which is common. So don't worry about like cutting them into quarters and whatnot. The biggest thing is, you know, as you're cutting or as you're eating these, you're gonna get some Brussels that are a little bit well done, and then you're gonna get some a little al dente, and it just changes the texture. And texture is huge when you're consuming food. It's just nice to have something that breaks up the monotony.
Right. And Brussels sprouts, there's a certain texture you're looking for, right? You don't want them to be too mushy.
You don't want them mushy.
Or too raw, right?
Like, I remember growing up having, like, microwaved or, like, boiled Brussels, and it was, like, with a little bit of butter, and there was, like, no salt.
That might have been why so many people sneer their nose when they hear Brussels sprouts. They weren't eating them the right way, right?
Yeah, yeah. You want them crispy. So I have the oven at like 400 degrees right now. So you want to crank up that heat even hotter if they're smaller pieces. I have them covered with some avocado oil, a little salt, pepper, and granulated garlic. That's it. And then when I pull these out, I'm going to finish them with a little bit of lemon juice and lemon zest. So that acidity is also really going to break up that earthiness of the Brussels themselves.
Give it a nice bright flavor.
Yep.
Man, you're making my mouth water over here. Brussels sprouts are cool. They look like little heads of cabbage or something. And I tell you, Austin, he's in the garden all the time. When he holds a Brussels sprout in his hand, it looks like a full head of cabbage.
Well, what's interesting is if y'all are online right now, obviously, just type into Google, type in Brussels sprout plant, and see how they grow. It's fascinating. It starts off and it looks like green cabbage, and then you get this like stalk that comes up and all the Brussels are attached to it. It looks like a light up pole.
Like fractal
it's
geometry going
so
on.
cool. It's actually really, really cool.
Dope.
So I'm just gonna hit this with a little bit of lemon juice right now.
Let's do a quick giveaway right now while my boy hits it with the lemon juice. We're gonna give away a magical butter machine. As always, we're encouraging you guys to share this video out for a chance to win a magical butter machine. And if you're on Twitch watching along, hit us with some bits right now, okay? We're gonna pick two random winners based on bits and whoever's sharing this video out. All right, cool. So you got the lemon juice.
We got that going. So now what we're going to do is make this whipped lemon ricotta.
All right, all
so
right.
I'm going to get a big bowl because this is going to be a lot easier to do instead of this little nugget here.
Got it.
And I'm going to put you to work.
I love that. I'm ready to work.
Good,
Just gotta
good.
keep it off my fresh suit, all right?
It's all right. I'll let you throw this on if you need it.
Speaking of, where'd you get this apron, bro? It's very fresh.
I just posted on Instagram the other day that I needed a new apron. And I was like, hey, would anyone want to, help out a geeky cannabis chef? And a couple of people tagged some apron companies, and there was one under New York Sky, and they're obviously out of New York City. And the guy messaged me, he's like, dude, I love what you're doing. I love your mission with cannabis and cooking and focusing on the health and wellness aspect to it. He's like, I want to give you an apron. He's like, he sent me a couple of links of what they had in stock. He's like, pick one. I was like, I would love to have it by, for our filming today. He's like, absolutely, and it got here on Monday. So check them out. The apron is badass. It's like heavy duty
denim.
Yeah, it's heavy
like
duty,
brass
and it's got
hardware.
like the cross back, so it's really comfortable. Like I'm freeing in it.
Quick to get it off.
Just like unhook and slide it off. It's that easy. So anyway,
nice.
Thanks, brother. Thanks for sending this to me. I really appreciate it. All right, so this is just whole milk ricotta. Okay?
Whole milk ricotta.
So we're gonna do half of this because I know we have some hungry magical butter guys in the background here.
The staff is excited to try your food.
So, and then what we're gonna do is basically just give this a little bit of salt, and you gotta be careful with some of these because they're already a little bit salty as is. Little fresh cracked black pepper, and then lemon zest, okay? So lemon zest has several terpenes that are also found in cannabis, including limonene. Limonene is by far it's actually the second most abundant terpene found in nature, and it's in all citrus. There's also a little citral and like some terpinolene and pinene, but if you are ever like just kind of feeling a little down or just like, I need a little up, just scratch some lemon and just smell it. There's studies out there about how just the aromatherapy of limonene can aid with depression and anxiety and different things like that. It's also what is heavily found in what is known as sativa strains, which is actually indica strains, but we won't get into all of that. That's my interpreting. Today I'm gonna stick to being a chef. But this is what makes that uppity euphoricness of a sativa flower. Okay?
And probably why so many people are attracted to those specific strains when they're sharing these odors.
And it's interesting because for me though, if I smoke a sativa, I am paranoid, I am anxious, like it sends me to a different state. So that's what's crazy about cannabis is the very thing, a sativa that could help someone who's depressed. I'm not saying you.
No,
but
yeah. Just
are you all right? Do we need this
I'm feeling all right. I'm feeling even better that you're here today with me.
So like the same thing that could, basically help someone who's depressed could
affect
send someone else
adversely.
Yep,
right?
exactly. Like the paradoxical effect. So all I'm doing is I'm going to put the zest of a whole lemon in here.
And man, this is an uplifting odor coming out of this bowl right now. I love this zesty lemon.
I put lemon zest.
Shout out to Chef Richard
pretty much
Lemon
everything.
too. We had a chef in here a few weeks back. He's got a restaurant called Lemon Zest.
Oh,
so
cool.
His last name's Lemon. A lot of his recipes are inspired by lemon zest.
Excellent. I bet his kitchen smells beautiful.
Fresh.
All right, so there's that. We'll save this. That's another thing is if you ever have a recipe where it calls for lemon, zest the lemon first and then put the juice in. Don't just cut it down the center because like I did here, now it's gonna be kind of hard to get that zest off of there. And we wanna use as much of the ingredients as we possibly can.
Absolutely.
All right, now, wherever my whisk is, what'd you do with my whisk?
I did not touch it.
Oh wait, here it is.
What is this thing?
That's for you. You can get started on that until someone grabs me another whisk.
Is this a standard
sure,
tool?
for you? Yeah, just get in there. You got
All right.
it.
We got little
You really got to get
little
it.
tiny tools to mix
right.
up our ricotta. Actually, I prefer this micro whisk.
Yeah, all right. Now you graduated, so
Nice.
you can get this there. So the whole idea behind this is we're just gonna kind of aerate the ricotta. All right, so we're just gonna lighten it up a little bit, almost think like whipped cream. It's not going to volumize it too much. If you put this in a KitchenAid mixer though, and let that spin for a while, it would definitely get even lighter and lighter and lighter, but just this little bit will make a difference with the Brussels bowl.
I could see it's getting fluffy.
And since
here.
we do have some heavy bacon, we've got fat on top of our Brussels. We've got this. We've got, what else are we doing? We got this onion jam.
The caramelized
I'm gonna let you
onion
come
jam.
over here
You
while
got it.
I get started on the onion. Now, some of you who are watching and are keto heard me say maple onion jam. We're probably like, wait a minute.
Maple?
Maple syrup isn't keto. Okay, let's think about this. Carbs are carbs at the end of the day. So if you're doing a really, really strict keto, you basically just need to know your macros, okay? So where I'm at now, 50 pounds lighter, my macros are about triple, or my carbohydrate intake is about triple of what it used to be. So I'm able to consume more. So that's why, you know, a little sweetness here and there, especially earlier in the day, I'm gonna burn this off and I'll be fine.
And so with ketosis, your body is actually actively burning fats after you're eating.
Yeah, so what happens is when you're in a ketogenic state, you deplete your glucose or your glycogen storage, all right? So you eat very, very low carbohydrate. And what happens is your cells now don't have glucose to use as energy for your mitochondria. So what happens is your body starts utilizing your stored fat or your consumed fat. And when your body is burning fat for energy, your liver converts this fat into ketones. And there's a couple different types, but the main one is beta-hydroxybutyrate. So what happens is when you're in this state of burning ketones for fuel, it's like putting rocket fuel in a 1985 Pinto or something like that. Yeah, exactly. It's just super dry. I mean, your ATP production, which is your energy source, increases by 30 to 40% alone. So your senses are elevated, your eyesight gets better, your hearing, everything does, because technically you're in this state of starvation, which is where your body eats all of its glucose, then it burns its fat, and then if it doesn't get fueled from there, it would start burning protein, and that's not good. That's like you're deteriorating. So nutritional ketosis is when you're not just burning fat, but you're also consuming fat and resupplying it. So you stay in and out of this ketogenic cycle as you're eating different meals throughout the day, and it's amazing. Like, you just gotta try it. It takes like anywhere from 1 to 3 weeks, depending on the person, to really kick in, and then you're just like, you're golden, you're addicted to it. So, but we're gonna show you today like that you can eat keto, and even though you're missing out on the bread, it doesn't matter.
It's like a biohack, right?
Yes.
Once you've gotten to that certain point, now you're a more productive and efficient individual.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm gonna chop these up so we can get doing this onion jam here.
You guys see these knife skills?
Okay.
No fingertips.
No,
Nice.
I've lost enough to really focus on it. Yeah,
My
for
boy
sure.
Nubs over here.
All right, so Nubs. I'll take it. I'll take it. All right. So we'll put this.
Dalton.
All right.
All right. So these Brussels sprouts are
looking good.
resting.
Now they can stay, like if you're cooking at home, you want to pull them right out of the oven. Otherwise, eating these at room temperature or even refrigerated the next day, I actually really enjoy them. So it depends on like how quick of a breakfast you're looking to have here.
Right.
All right.
And
So we're
this
gonna
is
get
a good
this on.
Brussels brunch right here that we're doing.
All right. So we're gonna get. I gotta get used to your inductions.
It's
here.
so it requires your fingerprint.
All right, so I'm going to add a little bit of avocado oil to this. So avocado oil has a lower inflammatory effect compared to a lot of the other oils. It's a better omega-3 to 6 ratio. It can also handle high heat, which is important. Now, if you only have a non-stick pan at home, that's totally fine. Believe it or not, you can put onions in a non-stick pan and caramelize them with no added fat at all.
Wow.
I learned this from like Martha Stewart, and I thought she was full of shit. And I was like, all right, Martha, let's see what's up here.
Yeah.
And I tried it out, and it worked. And
she learned that one cooking in the jail cell.
Yeah.
She's like, we don't got no coconut oil, baby.
But I got a non-stick.
All right, yo, let's give out these magical butter machines real quick. The homie on Twitch, congratulations.
Nice.
Joel Osteen _ you just won a magical butter machine.
Sweet.
Bless you, child. And on Facebook, give it up for Adam Autry. Killing the fan, man. All right, so Chef Brandon's got the onions in the pan.
Yeah, so normally if I'm gonna like saute something, I want the fat to be hot. But since I'm caramelizing these, I want to put it in at a lower temperature. And also, because I'm here in your kitchen and I'm not too familiar with this stove, I'm gonna take it slow.
Slow and low.
Yeah, because
That's
I don't
the
want to
tempo.
burn anything, and then, you know, we'll kind of figure this out as we go along. And that's that. So, but we're getting there with our Brussels bowl here.
So
and,
you cooking kitchens all over the country, right?
Yeah, I've been doing pop-ups everywhere, doing like CBD infused pop-ups.
CBA infused, and so you're pretty versatile and flexible. I mean, we've worked in some pretty extreme conditions.
Yeah, like under a tent.
Against the elements.
Dude, even the competition that I won, the first one, you guys had like normal fold-out tables. So
Lower,
the height was like right at my, not even at my hips up here. It was down lower. So I was doing the power stance. When I was like chopping, I was like sitting
and it was hard on your back.
Oh yeah, my back is all jacked up. But you know, when I'm in the moment like that, and I'm like, hey, there's
you gotta
a chance,
overcome.
There's
right?
a chance to become the first ever High Times top cannabis chef here. I'm gonna make this happen,
Make it happen,
that's what I did.
I mean, you were cracking black pepper with like a pot, right? You were crushing it into another pot.
So
really cool.
I'm gonna add a little bit of salt here. I'm not adding salt to season, but the salt is gonna help pull some of the moisture out of those onions as they're caramelizing. Now, one thing that when I learned this in culinary school, it was the one thing I just always wanted to hold on to, so I could be the guy who'd be like, oh, actually, feel, you know, a little bit.
Yeah, let's hear it.
All right, so caramelization happens with sugars. So it happens with fruits and vegetables. When you sear meat, that's not called caramelization. That's called the Maillard reaction, okay? So it's the searing or the browning of the protein. So one of those things I always like to talk about is just quick little culinary terms and things to remember. So next time you're watching a Food Network and someone's on Chopped and they're like, yeah, and then I caramelize the ribeye, you can be like, nope.
You can top it with a caramelized glaze.
Yeah, you can, which
came
is
from
delicious.
An onion so cool, that's good information to know. So we got these onions sweating it out here, starting to smell really fresh in the kitchen.
Oh yeah.
We're making a breakfast Brussels bowl with my boy Chef Brandon Allen. Thank you so much for joining us here. We're live in the Magical Butter kitchen, taking you guys through a full cannabis cuisine, all inspired by ketogenics. So Chef Brandon, you're a master. I mean, you're going all over the country, preparing these fancy dinners for people
and sometimes
of all
not
sizes.
fancy. Sometimes I do like tacos.
Like
taco dinners
shop.
are people love them, but I do like really, really gourmet tacos. But you know, I used to do all like the really nice fancy plate ups and whatnot when I was in school and I did the competitions, and I love that and it's a lot of fun. But I want to create food that people feel comfortable creating at home, not some plate that's like deconstructed and like you got to start your meal here and then end up over here and you have to use like tools to get through it. Like it's fun and it's an experience, but I want y'all to see what I'm cooking here and know that you can create it at home.
It's so easy that anyone could really do it. Just pick up some food, get the right ingredients, and you're ready to start whipping it up.
Aw.
Oh no.
Oh no.
A little drizzle.
It's all right. It's all right. It's not going to be the last drizzle.
You're
I
used
assure
to
you
that, right? All right, cool. So we got the lemon infused ricotta here. It's all whipped up.
Setting that off to the side there.
Onions are caramelizing. Our crispy bacon is resting in the background.
Yeah, we're actually going to get some of that chopped up. Beautiful. And then we're going to also leave some of it out whole because for our next one, should we tell them what it is?
Bro, so he has prepared an amazing menu for us. Chef Brandon Allen sent this over last week. The guys have been drooling ever since. The next recipe that we're going to bring to you after we complete this breakfast Brussels bowl is actually a BLT wrap. And not just any old BLT wrap. We're gonna be rolling this thing up in some nice, fresh lettuce.
Oh yeah, so, I mean, that's the one thing with keto, is that you're not eating bread, sorry guys. And I'm gonna be totally honest with you, if you go online, you start looking up at these keto bread recipes, thinking, oh, this is gonna be great, it's gonna be just like bread.
Nah.
Fuck no, it's terrible.
Bad
It really
stuff.
is, it's
what
terrible.
What would consist of a keto bread, if you will?
Most of it's like tapioca starch, egg, almond flour, coconut flour, and it's like, they have these things and there's, yeah, it might be a vessel to hold onto your stuff, but
you're better off with no bread.
Yeah, you're better off with no bread.
Or
but
a piece of lettuce, or...
Yeah, so I use a lot of lettuce, but I also use, now they're only in California, but there's a company that makes a cassava and coconut flour tortilla. There's one out of Texas and like on the West Coast as well from there called Siete, and then there's the real coconut. They're both great. I don't know what they have on the East Coast here because it's been a while since I've been out, but you know, there's also like, actually tomorrow we're gonna do a recipe utilizing Mission, which is you know, the Mission tortillas.
Oh yeah.
They have a gluten-free tortilla that's a lower carb. So like something like that is good to use, you know, every once in a while, but these tacos that I found, it's like less than 8 grams of net carbs per tortilla, and they're beautiful. They don't have that stale corn flavor that a lot of the corn tortillas do.
They don't fall apart on
And they're
you.
also not $8,000 for like a 6-pack of them. So that's something you also gotta remember is like, there's a lot of these mock recipes out there, and yeah, you might get something that's similar to what you're used to having, but you're still gonna be pretty disappointed in it just because it's not gonna be like real bread. And the way I look at it is, you know, the best way to develop new habits is to just quit whatever it is cold turkey. So if you really are looking to, you know, get over the fact that you're not eating bread and grains and things like that by doing keto, just stop. Don't even try and duplicate them. Just eat other things. And when you eat this high fat, low carb, moderate protein diet, you don't get the cravings. Like after you get into it, your palate changes. Like the way you taste food will be completely different than what it was when you were chowing down on all these breads and sugars and things like that. And then when you realize your brain function is like 30 to 40% increased and you're just cognitively aware of everything, your inflammation throughout your body is down, you don't want to cheat. Yeah.
The next time you do, if you are tempted, you're instantly thinking, what am I thinking? I don't even want this food.
Yeah,
You're going to start sneering your nose at those options.
Or what you do is you save it for your cheat days. Like, I'm not telling you have to do this, I hate saying diet for keto, but this lifestyle or whatever it is, you don't need to do it all the time. You know, you can kind of like do a little cycle. So I'm in a cycle right now. So in the sense of, you know, when I was trying to lose 50 pounds, I was super strict. You know, but I still drank, I just didn't do beer. I would have like a little vodka and water or something like that, or bourbon and water, or like a paleo wine.
Is there a
something like that.
keto-friendly alcohol that you can drink?
Technically, no. There's, I mean,
I remember...
when it comes down to it, alcohol is unhealthy, no matter what anyone, even wine, it's unhealthy because of all the sulfates and the high alcohol. It's not the wine that we drank a couple hundred years ago. But I think being a little intoxicated from time to time, nothing wrong with that. As long as it's being done responsibly, you know?
People who are on the paleo diet would say, oh, I can only drink tequila because it comes from the agave plant.
Yeah, well, okay, it's still alcohol at the end of the day.
It's still not good.
Yeah, and it's like, I'm gonna be realistic about it. The whole time while I was on keto, I drank, but I didn't drink as often because I didn't need to, I didn't want to. I was also consuming cannabis, and I used to drink a lot when I was younger. So cannabis pulled that away, but also just feeling good. When you actually feel good without these things, it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's like, that's the goal. That's the ultimate goal, is if you can get to a point in your life where you don't need to chase something from, you know, alcohol or whatnot. I mean, even cannabis, like, no one loves this plant as much as me, or, you know, I'm sure there's a bunch of us up there, but, you know, I haven't smoked in like 4 days because I use it as a supplementation for when I need it. When we're done filming today and tomorrow, my back is flared up, especially after flying yesterday, and then again back home to the East Coast, another 7 hours worth of flying. Yeah, you better believe that I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna microdose. I'm gonna all throughout the day, and that's something that's really big with what I do, you know, with my cannabis consumption.
So right now we're creating this breakfast Brussels bowl, and microdosing is really huge. How many people would this bowl potentially serve?
So with what I have here, with the bacon, let's say
6 to 8.
I would say more like 4. Because something like this, like, you're not
That's
getting
a
all that.
huge-
You're not getting
huge
all this
serving
bread.
then.
Like, we're gonna do, dude. I got the bowl picked out. It's a big bowl that we're gonna use for this because, like, it's all high fiber, low carbohydrate, high nutrient dense. Okay, good clean protein because you guys got pastured bacon. We have some carbohydrates coming from the whipped ricotta, but it's also a bunch of good fats that are going to, and this is organic that you guys got, thank you. So this is going to make you really satiated. So like, honestly, when I eat a breakfast bowl like this, I eat a big bowl on days that I'm off and I'm like hiking or walking my dogs or something like that, or if you're going to the gym on a regular basis. But you know, then I won't eat lunch because I'm gonna be full. Now, if you wanna eat little tiny bits at a time, that's great, but with keto, you eat when you're hungry and you eat as much as you want, okay? You don't have this-
And you feel good about it.
Yeah, and you don't have this little tiny here, or eat 10 times a day, 5 times a day, whoever started that, manipulating your metabolism. I assure you, eating that many times a day is not manipulating your metabolism. Being in a ketogenic state, that's manipulating your metabolism.
I heard it's there's some positivity to fasting in the morning and almost waiting for your first meal. And when you do have your first meal, you make sure that it's full of healthy fats and proteins. And, that's one way to sort of step into there.
So I just only added about 2 tablespoons of maple syrup here.
That's going to help with the caramelization.
Exactly, right? Yeah. Now, this is just, instead of calling it a caramelized maple onion jam, we're just gonna call it caramelized maple onions because I cut them as a julienne. You smell it? Doesn't it smell great?
So nice.
And there's a little bit of sugar in here, but it's not a ton. And again, this is being dispersed amongst a couple servings. So like, you know your macros, know your carbs if you're gonna do this.
When you portion this out into bowls for everybody, what's your target milligram dose per serving?
Okay, so the reality of, in my world, as a savory cannabis chef, is you don't need to learn how to cook with cannabis. You need to learn how to cook. And then you just add cannabis into whatever you want. It can be just by drizzling it on top, and we're probably gonna do that a couple of times today. Or you could infuse like this whipped ricotta. Now, I am all about know your dose DIY, dose it yourself, and microdosing. You know, you guys gave me an extract here that per tablespoon is 85 milligrams. That would send me personally on a one-way ticket to the moon. I wouldn't be able to come down from that. I would still feel it tomorrow afternoon because I'm hypersensitive to cannabinoids because of the diet that I do. So my whole theory is that when you supplement your endocannabinoid system with the fuel from food that it needs to work properly, then you don't need as much cannabis, but when you do use it, you'll get even greater effects from it. So I am very, very sensitive to it. I used to be able to take 20 or 30 milligrams, which compared to a lot of you might be like, oh, that's chump change. Now, 5 milligrams. And if I don't have CBD into the equation as well, it's not comfortable for me anymore.
Right.
So I'm all about the microdosing. So what I'm gonna do is-
Maybe do like half a tablespoon?
Yeah, so actually what I'm gonna do is dilute your oil. So I'm gonna take your 85 milligrams in a tablespoon.
And cut it.
And now what I'm gonna do, let's get this out of the way so I don't knock it over. And now I'm gonna fill this up to approximately 85 milliliters and cutting it with organic first cold pressed extra virgin olive oil. So right around there. So now what I have is approximately per teaspoon, which is 5 milliliters, I have about 5 milligrams.
Perfect.
Okay, so this to me is really easy to dose because I know that my teaspoon here, 5 milligrams, quarter teaspoon, 1.25 milligrams. And that is how we will dose throughout cooking together today.
And then you'll be able to drizzle it on the bowl.
Yeah, and if you want to add more, go for it. But here's the thing that's also great is y'all made me this extraction with the Magical Butter machine. You use an organic first cold pressed extra virgin olive oil as I've requested, which you guys use a lot anyway.
Yeah.
You also do like MCT oil, coconut oil, things like that. So it's good oils, but we're doing keto, it's high fat. So you know what I end up doing with a lot of my dishes anyway, even if I'm not infusing it? I drizzle extra virgin olive oil on top, or extra avocado oil, or I'll finish like some Brussels there. I'll throw a couple slabs of butter and toss it around to get that higher fat content. So by just drizzling it on top, one, the slightly bitter floral aspect of the olive oil is going to bounce out the flavor profile of the dish, and it just so happens to have cannabinoids in it.
Wow.
So there we go. All right,
That's
so these
beautiful.
are looking good. And then, you know, I think we need some fresh herbs as well. I've got some parsley, there's cilantro. If you want to grab something, go for it. And then we'll get rocking here with, I saw this bowl, and this is the style bowl that Butcher and the Rye uses. They eat like all these like antique looking, like really rustic. I know this has got some like Asian dragons there on the bottom, but I just love it's like rustic looking. Beautiful. So it reminded me of Butcher, so why not? I'm gonna get some of these out of the way.
Yeah, we don't want to cut ourselves.
No, and we'll save that for the last recipe.
Let's take a quick look at this knife.
Let me give it a little rinse down here.
That is just gorgeous.
So this is a custom blade from a company just outside of LA called Nora Knives, N-O-R-A Knives. I've been following these guys for a couple of years, and I reached out to them I guess it was last summer, and I was just like, yo, I absolutely love your knives. I would love to have one someday. I'm not gonna lie, I can't afford it at the moment, but I was like, this is what I like. Would you be able to custom a blade for me and do something nice at some point when I'm ready? And they were like, absolutely. So then they told me, they're like, you know what, we just want to make a blade for you because we really love what you're doing in the cannabis space. And I thought that was awesome. Yeah. So we were talking back and forth, and then we got busy with different things, and you know, just kind of like dwindled in the conversation.
It looks like they engraved.
Yeah, it's a laser engraving. Wow. So what happened on Christmas morning? I get a long, skinny box from my girlfriend, and she says it's a surprise, and I open it up, and I see Nora. I'm like, no way. I got all teary, and I open it up. I was just excited there was a Nora knife. But I opened it up and I see this, and it was the greatest surprise I've ever had.
Amazing.
So she got in touch with them, and they basically, my girlfriend Megan, love you, they designed this, and I love Nora too. They designed this blade together, and they did such a great job, and I love it. And I love the blade itself, the type of metal and the way he finished it, they finished it. It develops in character. It's almost like it gets leathered. So there's like marks and stuff on it, and it's like if I leave it and I don't like rinse it right away, there's like a new little mark, and then it'll like disappear, and then I can just like gradually, like this knife develops.
It's got a lot of character.
Yeah, and it will continue to get character. So I can't wait. The next one I want to get from, it'll be like this long, like super shiny, like traditional. I'm excited about that.
That's sick.
So okay, where are we at here? So we've got our caramelized maple onions. We've got our whipped lemon ricotta behind me here. We got our bacon. We need to fry up an egg really quick.
All right.
Now,
get you an egg.
Y'all can see I got the Brussels
you got
out.
eggs right here.
I've got like this out. When I'm cooking at home and it's just me and my girl or a couple of friends, like I've got everything just planned out. So it's boom, boom, boom. That's coming out of the oven. This is coming out of the oven. The egg's getting done all at the same time. But you know, I'm having fun talking and hanging out with y'all. So, but ultimately, this is still going to taste good even if the Brussels aren't totally warm.
So if you were dedicated and your girlfriend's sitting there on the couch waiting for you to hook this breakfast up, how long would it typically take you without the whole play-by-play?
How long would it take me to
whip up this whole dish
meal?
Here? Yeah, maybe like 15, 20 minutes.
Including prep time and the cook time for the Brussels, let's say half hour tops.
30 minutes?
Yeah, 30 minutes tops. But the thing that's great is like while the Brussels are in the oven, then you go and you do the ricotta.
Yeah.
You know, you clean your cilantro or your parsley. You fry up your egg. Or you also enjoy your coffee at the same time, you know?
And you were talking about your coffee being full of fats.
So this guy must not be induction.
Oh, it's not induction ready, yeah.
We're ready.
What's up with your coffee? What do you put in it to get it so full of fats? I don't think that one is induction either.
Yeah, it is.
It is?
Oh, there we go. We got it.
Cool. Ever
Okay.
since you visited the Men in Black headquarters, your fingers give you troubles, don't they?
Yeah, it's been nice. You had a question for me about when my girl's sitting around.
Oh, your coffee. Yeah,
my
what's
coffee.
up? What do you put in it?
So I do generally a medium roast coffee, and I sometimes do like a half and half of decaf as well. And I do like in a Yeti, so I do like a giant coffee, which is why I do part decaf. And I'll start off, I'll put about halfway full with hot coffee. I do about 2 to 3 tablespoons of Kerrygold grass-fed butter, and then I'll put generally 1 to 2 tablespoons of medium chain triglyceride oil, so MCT oil, but specifically caprylic acid or the brain octane oil from Bulletproof is the one that I use.
Absolutely.
There's also like Dr. McCullough has one. There's a couple different brands. And then from there, I will microdose. I'll put like a 5 milligram oil of CBD and a 5 milligram oil of THC as well. and then sometimes a little coconut milk or a heavy cream. So my fat coffee has about 600 to 800 calories in it. So I drink that throughout the morning, and then I don't eat until dinner. And tonight, with the last recipe that we do is going to be an example of like this dinner. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. So that's pretty insane. How do you feel after consuming that much coffee with all that fat in it?
I feel great. I'm energized.
Ready to go conquer the world, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. Really ready. All right. So
really ready.
Let's do we'll do 2 eggs here because we already got bacon, so we don't want to go too crazy on our protein.
Eggs are okay in the keto world, right?
Absolutely. Eggs should be okay in every world.
Every world.
Eggs are like one of the sexiest and perfect foods, I tell you. Okay. So I was hoping a smaller pan, but we'll make this happen.
So thank you guys for tuning in. Right now we're live in the Magical Butter kitchen. We're hanging out with the one and only Chef Brandon Allen. He's joining us today creating a delicious recipe. If you guys are just tuning in, we're here creating a breakfast Brussels bowl.
Oh, yeah.
So we went ahead and finished these Brussels sprouts. We got caramelized onions here. We're frying a quick couple eggs, fresh herbs, crispy bacon. We're about to assemble this whole bowl, and Chef Brandon's gonna show us how easy it is to get these healthy foods in our system, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Now, there's a lot of debate about dairy when it comes to keto, when it comes to even paleo. Some people are
We're
like,
talking
oh,
cheese and milk.
yeah, cheese and milk and things like that. And the way I look at it is if you're lactose intolerant, don't eat it.
Yeah.
If you're not, know your macros. It's that simple. But don't OD on cheese, just like you're not supposed to OD on protein within keto. But the thing that's good about things like bacon and like some ribeye that have a lot of fat with the protein, that's where it's at, because then you're getting that balance. So I stay away from lean meats, like screw chicken breast, give me chicken thighs, give me that dark meat with the fat in there.
The heavy.
You know, I don't care about that expensive filet mignon. I want like some of the cheaper cuts that are like filled with fat, or like give me a pork butt, which is actually pork shoulder, all day long because of that amount of fat in there. And that's what's good about keto is like you can eat healthy, but you can work with like less expensive cuts of meat that have better fats in them anyway, and you're actually doing better.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So we got this egg frying up.
Yeah, this is
the ultimate challenge, watching a chef cook an egg.
So it turned off on me.
Uh-oh. What's up there, technical difficulties?
Oh, you know, it might be because I have...
You got too much weight on the screen?
Maybe the other thing's on here.
Power went out on it because we might have bumped it with something.
All right. Thank you, Dalton. Give it up for Dalton, our director. Hanging out. He's here to make sure that everything works.
All right.
Whether we're talking internet,
electric.
electric.
I can feel it. I can feel the heat. Electricity coming through there. All right. So while that's cooking, well, let's get this plated up here, because the egg is going to kind of go on last there. So I think what we're going to start off here is we're going to take some of this.
Toss it this way.
Some of this whipped ricotta.
Yeah, it is.
All right. All right. So we're going to put some of this right off to the side.
Little base. That's beautiful.
And then, you know, just to make it look a little bit nicer, we're just going to
smear.
Give it a little. And that way, as you're eating the Brussels, you can just, you know, take a little here, a little bit there.
And it's gonna thoroughly coat it with that delicious flavor.
All right, eggs are looking good. I think I got a little magical butter spatula here.
Boom.
All right, all right. Woo! You know, it's crazy, like how you're like used to being burnt by hot fat. Like it doesn't even faze me anymore.
Faze you. That's something that's good about that apron. Nothing's gonna burn through that.
Yeah, yeah.
That thing's bulletproof.
All right.
So, all right, cool. So are we doing like a sunny side up here?
Yeah, yeah. It looks good. I like that yolk coming out.
It's pretty runny.
Yep, and you notice the dark color of the yolk. It's because you guys got me good pastured eggs.
Nice.
All right, so we have that, and now we're gonna throw some of these Brussels.
And Brussels give you guys muscles. Right now we're making a breakfast Brussels bowl with Chef Brandon Allen. He's assembling this thing with such elegance and class. Look how delicious this is looking, guys.
Elegance and class with Brussels. I do like that.
And this is a meal that your mother would be proud of right here.
Try one.
Let's get a little one here. I don't want to overdo it.
Well, remember that I'm the low dose guy. So you can actually taste my food without worrying about getting too blitzed today, because we got quite a few recipes to do. All right, so there's the...
We're gonna be sampling this food all day long. I'm so excited. We're cooking in the kitchen. with my boy CBA, Chef Brandon Allen.
All right.
So we got the Brussels sprouts in there on that lemon ricotta whip.
And then we're just gonna throw the eggs. Now, if we had a smaller little omelet pan, this would be even tighter, but we're gonna make it happen. Woo! You know what, let's break these up.
Break it up. And if I could just have a little bit of water to wash that Brussels down, that'd be great. All right, cool. Little fried egg right there.
Fried egg. We'll save that one for later. And then we're gonna take some of this
Chopped,
bacon, just like crispy bacon, just kind of let it fall where it wants to fall.
Crumble. You're building a beautiful mountain.
Thank you. And then let's do,
thank you, sir.
So I had these pickled onions for like another recipe, but it's so good. So we'll do a little pickled red onion on there. Just kind of like falling down the little bacon Brussels tower.
A lot of color coming off this.
Lots of color. And then let's tighten this up a little bit.
Diverse flavors coming together in such a beautiful, beautiful collection here. This is the breakfast Brussels bowl.
And then what do we want to do? Some parsley or cilantro?
Yeah, man, let's do a little bit of both.
A little bit of both?
They complement each other, right?
That works for me.
Cool.
So I'm just going to take a little bit of each
there.
there.
Each here.
And just do like a really quick, rough
chop. Nice.
And just
here is the greenery.
And you know what? Just let it fall. Just let it go where it wants to go.
And it seems like you haven't used too much of any certain flavor here. They're all going to come together.
Yeah, it's all about balance
nice
of textures,
marriage.
balance of acid and spice and you know, savory and different things. We'll do
hit it with the zest. Don't hurt yourself. Wow, look at that, guys. What a fresh bowl here.
Is that everything on our list here? Oh, the onions.
Don't forget the onions. Those are simmering in the back. This is going to look gorgeous to put right on top now. All these delicious
I'm actually gonna put
maple
this
caramelized onions.
right off to the side here.
Use them as you will. You're going to want to have one of those in each and every bite, I tell you what. Caramelized onions are my jam. This is the caramelized onion jam. Riggedy, riggedy, rack.
Now, if I were to have done like a small dice with those onions, or even like after this, pulse them in a food processor, that's where it would really come across like a jam. But I think that this will do the trick. So now that we are wrapping up recipe number 1 here, I would say that if I were to serve it to y'all,
and you could even maybe...
that is how I would present it. Now, this is how easy it is to infuse.
Let's get the drizzle going.
It's that simple. So I'm just going to do 1.25 milligrams, 2.5 milligrams. Wow. So this is the beauty of cannabis cuisine on the savory side. Wow. When you're baking and making all these cookies and brownies and different things, you know what? They're going to taste good, but they're not good for your endocannabinoid system. So my whole focus is utilizing foods that enhance the endocannabinoid tone, being able to microdose because you don't need as much cannabis. However, my situation is unique. There are a lot of you, and maybe some of you that are or aren't watching, that have disease states that you need a lot more than this. And I totally understand that. So please don't think that by me saying that I'm microdosing that you have to. I think it's a good thing to do to be able to dose throughout the day so you're not inebriated, so you're medicated. But you know what? Like I said before, I think a little intoxication, a little inebriation here and there, it's part of humanity. It's like what we've been doing for so long.
Thousands and thousands
of years.
It's, so, you hit it on the head there. Making your own food empowers people and patients to dose themselves accordingly as they need, right?
Absolutely.
And for something like a breakfast bowl, this is something you're starting your day off. I would agree with you that a light microdose would probably be, you know, the best thing that someone would choose to do.
Yeah, because those cannabinoids are activating your system, but you're, you know, you're able to function and go throughout your day.
Man, how many people out there want to try a chance to win this bowl right here, the breakfast Brussels bowl?
Nice.
I wish we could send it to you.
Right.
We will be posting this recipe featuring Chef Brandon Allen and showing you guys how easy it is. You can make this stuff yourself at home. We got so many different recipes we're going to be creating today.
Let's get started on the next one. So there's my breakfast, so to speak. And now we're going to go into lunch. Now I've already got some of the bacon here, which is ready to rock.
Beautiful.
There's really not too much to prep with this. I got to cut up a couple of tomatoes. If you want to grab the cheddar and the iceberg that's in the
iceberg slim.
So we're going to do an iceberg lettuce wrapped BLT. with a little bit of cheddar. We're gonna do some a basil aioli, or a basil mayonnaise, pretty much the same thing. So let's get this rocking here.
Get a wrapping
So
and a stopping and a
I'm just gonna
wrapping.
clear off some stuff here so we can make this happen even faster.
And I noticed you're a very organized and clean chef.
I'm incredibly
appreciate
OCD.
that.
Like, I clean as I go. Like, the fact that I just put dirty dishes down there and I'm not washing them right now, in my mind is like
driving you nuts. Luckily, we got a full staff on hand here. We'll make sure everything gets cleaned.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
We don't want our chef to have to worry about that.
I don't doubt it.
All right, my brother. So right now we're gonna be combining all these different ingredients, and we're creating a very special keto-friendly infused BLT wrap. If you guys are just joining us, Chef Brandon Allen is here live in the Magical Butter kitchen, killing the game, making it happen with these ketogenic recipes. We just created a very healthy, delicious breakfast Brussels bowl. We'll be talking about that in a few moments, but we're moving right along into our second recipe. We're so excited. Right now we're gonna be creating a delicious BLT wrap.
Absolutely. Okay, so what we're gonna do first is make our basil mayonnaise. Now, you can do this with any fresh herb. You can do it with cilantro, with parsley. Maybe we'll use some of this as well. You can have fun with it. Our basil we have here, I already rinsed off and put back in here earlier. So I'm going to take some of this. We're gonna cut that up. And a little tip. Now, I'm gonna have you here as help.
Yeah.
But once we start emulsifying this mayonnaise and creating the emulsion, generally what you have is this bowl, and if you have a light bowl as you're whisking and you're pouring in the oil, your bowl is going to be moving all over the place. So you can just take the towel, just dampen it a little bit.
Wet rag.
Give this a little spin. Now bend over. No. Give this a little spin and then just wrap it around like that. And this will help stabilize the bowl.
Oh, wow.
So, but I have you here. So I'm gonna have you hold it and we're gonna take turns.
Little
and
bowl
whatnot.
stabilization.
And then we're going to infuse the mayonnaise directly, okay?
Beautiful.
So let's
You need an egg for this, don't you?
Yeah, we're gonna need, actually, I just put it away. Could you grab an egg there for me?
Egg it going. All right.
And let's see here.
Making a little basil aioli there, mate. And we're making a fresh, keto-friendly BLT wrap. Riggedy, riggedy, riggedy wrap. All right, so
go.
Chef BA, Brandon Allen here. It looks like you're separating the yolk from the rest.
I'm trying to. This guy's not wanting to let go.
What part are you trying to keep?
So I'm trying to keep the yolk.
All right.
There we go. And then what you want to do is don't set up your mise en place, which is kind of what we have, which is French for everything in its place. Don't put your egg yolk in a separate container and then put it into the bowl. Put it right into the bowl.
Straight up.
And that's going to minimize waste and egg yolk sticking to another vessel like this and you're not getting it all. Now, when you're doing a mayo, in culinary school, I was told per egg yolk, you're gonna use approximately 10 ounces of oil, okay? However, every egg yolk can be a little bit different,
right?
Okay, so
Depending how big the chicken is.
So I have extra oil, so I have some of our avocado. We're also gonna put a little bit of some of the organic first cold pressed extra virgin olive oil as well, just because I want a little bit of that flavor. But what also aids in the emulsification process is a little bit of Dijon. You also get a nice little touch of spice and some acid. So a teaspoon.
Pass the Dijon, please. And that's just a store-bought mustard there, right?
Yeah, that's just a regular Dijon.
A little dose of that.
Yep. So this is what you're gonna start with. And then, generally speaking, about a tablespoon of lemon juice, which on average can be about a half of a lemon, but it really depends on your lemon. So if you want to measure it out, go for it. But I can tell.
Use your eyes here.
About a tablespoon there will do the trick.
And he's making sure no seeds get in our aioli.
Yep.
Here.
And I could use a strainer for that, but I think my hands will do the trick. You've seen me. I washed my hands a few times today.
Yeah, he's definitely a clean chef here, and we're making a delicious basil aioli here. I'm really excited to see this all come together.
All right, so now we're gonna infuse it. So we're gonna make a decent amount of mayonnaise, okay? So what I'm actually gonna do is take that other infusion, and per tablespoon, there's 85 milligrams is what y'all said. So I'm gonna put a tablespoon in here.
Okay.
That way when I fly out on Friday, you'll have some mayo left over, okay?
Oh yeah, thank you.
So then what we can do, so there's 85 milligrams of cannabis in here. So then what we'll do is at the very end, we'll look at how much mayonnaise we have, and then we'll be able to break it down and then dose it accordingly, okay?
Perfect.
So what you want to do is just bring your egg, the mayo, the egg, the little bit of oil, the lemon juice, and the Dijon, and just kind of bring that together lightly like this, okay?
Beautiful.
So now we're gonna start the emulsification.
Okay.
So think of emulsification like this. If I were to just take this oil, just dump it in, imagine it's one giant particle of oil, okay? That giant particle of oil is not going to mix with the water-based ingredients that I threw in here, okay? So what you want to do is slowly pour, and then as you're whisking, you're hitting and slicing and dicing, and you're breaking up these olive oil particles, and you're making them smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. And the smaller that they are, the better they're then going to blend and emulsify with the water-based ingredients. And that is essentially emulsification in a nutshell, okay?
And the egg is really going to help with that.
Yeah, so the egg, and as well as the Dijon, actually. So now, and when I say slowly pour this in, I mean slowly pour this in.
Ever so slightly, lightly drizzle,
Fingers
continuous
crossed
whisk.
so this doesn't break.
Yeah, you don't want it to break. It took us too long to make. So he's whipping and whisking here, creating a nice emulsification process with our olive oil, egg yolk, lemon juice, and a little bit of Dijon.
Yep. And then we'll salt this at the end to taste.
What does break mean? Does that mean that
So break basically means that the oil and the water-based ingredients separate.
Ah, you don't want that.
No.
And will that happen over time?
Not if it's properly emulsified.
Beautiful.
And refrigerated.
Got it. So this is a fresh aioli that we're whipping up from scratch with Chef Brandon Allen. This is gonna be the infused drizzle that's gonna be going on to our BLT wrap. Keto-friendly, light little dish. You could have it for dinner or lunch, or heck, even have it to start your day. It's a lot of fun when you're cooking with CBA.
Woo!
All right, cool. So we're making sure not to break it. How's your wrist hurt?
I'm getting there, man.
You're feeling it?
Tell you, I've got carpal tunnel as well.
Man,
so
I don't mind
all
helping
right,
you, bro.
Here, I'll pour and you whisk.
All right, you got
You
it.
hear that?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's hurting me. And one thing that some people may not know about you, you're a jack of all trades. Not only are you a chef and so much more, but you're also a talented musician.
Yeah. That right here.
And that's part of why
I don't know if
you
y'all can hear if I go like that, if that pops up on the mic or not. It does? Cool. So that's tendonitis and carpal tunnel.
How long did you play? You played guitar, right?
Yeah, I did a solo acoustic instrumental act for pretty much when I was all my teens, and I think that's gonna look pretty good.
Great,
yeah,
bro. This
Let me
is
see
better
real
than
quick.
mayonnaise you get out of a packet.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
I'm gonna put Brandon on the spot today, and after he whips up these 2 recipes, we may be able to convince him to join us on the Magical Butter stage to play a real quick light acoustic hit.
Yeah, I might be able to do that.
I think my boy Shatz can make that happen, and I think that would be really cool for the people. Add
sure.
some depth to this day.
Yeah,
right?
so I used to perform and all I knew was music, and then my wrist gave up. And I basically, I had surgery and it didn't work. So everything I knew went down the drain. So I did what most people did at 18, 19 years old. I got into sales because I didn't decide to go to college. And I was like, well, I didn't know. So I did sales for a while, a couple of different things, but I wasn't happy. Like, I was great at sales, but I wasn't happy at the end of the day. Even if I was representing products that I still liked, it just wasn't for me. And then I fell in love with food. I actually went vegan for a while, and that forced me to start cooking. And as I'm cooking, I'm creating things at home. I really fell in love with it. And then I was running a little pizza sandwich shop with my stepfather and my mom in State College, Pennsylvania. We're right at Penn State there. And from there, you know, I started like in between like lunch and dinner when it was slow. I would put Food Network on the TV and I watch all these cooking shows, and I fell in love with food through the television.
Wow.
And that's what prompted me to want to go to culinary school. And I went to culinary school to do stuff like this because I knew my wrists were jacked, I knew my back was jacked, and I knew that I couldn't stand a career in the kitchen. So I wanted to be around food, I wanted to be around awesome people like yourself and do stuff like this. So, you know, thanks for
what's exciting?
Thanks for making it happen, man.
I just got goosebumps hearing
Goosies.
that story because who knows how many people we're impacting right now, and you may be inspiring some young man or woman out there in the world, or even people of all ages. It's never too late to reinvent yourself, and us putting out this exciting culinary content could be inspiring many people.
I hope
out
so,
there.
because it inspired me when I was watching. Actually, Anthony Bourdain was my hero, still is. Alton Brown.
Oh yeah.
And it's really crazy because I've had, I haven't geeked out too much right now about cannabis, but based off of like what I'm posting on my Instagram and some of the videos and stuff I'm doing, I've had people tell me, they're like, oh my God, you sound like the Alton Brown of cannabis. And I'm like, that is so cool to hear. So
what an honor.
Like, if you like something that someone's doing, share that with them. And I promise you, you'll feel good making them feel good. And it's actually what kind of got me into the cannabis space. I sent an email thanking someone, the company Cannabis out of California, for creating the most amazing flower, the best high I've ever had in my life. And that simple email to their info@cannabis.com turned into like motivating me to start posting videos online and doing stuff cannabis related. And then someone in Boston, based off of just a month worth of posting, tags me in the Magical Butter High Times Top Cannabis Chef competition. Oh. So that's how I found. I wasn't even following High Times. I didn't even know you existed.
It wasn't even on the radar.
Yeah, because I was so busy like studying like
that's
history books about cannabis,
That's
but
exciting.
It all started with just a simple email.
Yeah.
So this is a chiffonade where you basically roll up leafy greens. This is kind of a messy version of that because I'm going to end up mincing it. And this is one of the safest ways to use a blade because the tip of my blade is never leaving the board, okay? So it's
a lot harder to
it's
chop
safer than doing the tap chop. And then, so this is tap, and then this you could call like the rock and roll, if you will.
Does one style preserve the sharpness of the blade better? I would think that tapping it is harder.
It's harder, but that's what a honing steel is for. So in between uses, when you're doing a tap, you hit it with a honing steel. This is not a knife sharpener. It maintains the edge.
Keeps it.
There's actually a magnet in here, and you can see when I go like that, the little bits of steel that comes off. So those little bits are coming off of the blade. And it's like keeping that edge from having those little particles on it.
Got it.
Yeah. And then we have the cross chop, which is where you're standing sideways. Any other time your knife is parallel to the side of the board, but when you're doing a mince.
Have you seen, we were talking about Alton Brown a little bit. Have you seen his new show, Cutthroat Kitchen?
Oh yeah, that's been on for a while. I think it's funny. It's entertainment.
It's
but
cool.
To see what these chefs are able to do in
with
the
leftovers,
in those scenarios, yeah, it's really interesting.
It's people at home are saying they'd love to see you compete in that competition.
Hey, I would love to be on
Let's
there.
manifest it, bro. I think you deserve.
You know what
to be
though?
on
I
there.
would love to be on like Top Chef. I mean, Cutthroat would be a lot of fun. But I know that my skill set is beyond just like cooking in a little pan this big gimmicky, but it'd be a fun way to talk about cannabis on a national television.
Big.
It'd be like, hey, I'm a cannabis chef, so hey, if any of y'all watching can make that happen, let's do it, all right?
Hit us up.
Now, something that we could have done to really, really infuse this mayonnaise is taken our oil and first blended it with the basil.
And you could do that in the Magical Butter machine.
Exactly, yep. So you basically infuse or blend and basically have this really, really pure green basil
Densely
oil.
infused olive
Then
oil.
you emulsify in. But for today, because I wanted to highlight some knife skills and minimize equipment because not everyone might not have a blender, but you can buy a whisk and a bowl for super cheap.
Boom.
And we're just gonna throw in some of this
Freshly diced
a
basil.
little minced basil in there.
Minced basil up.
And then grab my this
Wow. So look at this. This is a basil herbal aioli here.
Yeah, mayo aioli. I mean, what makes it an aioli is garlic generally.
Oh, okay,
and,
I got it.
But you can look at it as the same. So here, let's do a little finger test here. I'm happy.
Wow. A lot of
Actually, you know
bright
what?
flavor there.
We're gonna brighten it a little bit more.
A little bit of zest.
I like having these drawers down here.
It's
like
convenient.
I want this in my house. A little lemon zest in there.
Brighten that up real big. This mayo is spot on. A freshly
I
made.
almost put the lemon in
Yeah,
there.
don't put the lemon back.
All right.
Freshly made mayo here, infused with our olive oil. And now this is going to be the base condiment that's going to go on our delicious, fresh BLT wrap.
I wonder how many milligrams we just got with that little taste.
You know, that's a good question.
Maybe 1 or 2.
Yeah. For
Probably
you,
not
you
many.
might be able to tell us. You're like, that
Yeah,
was
who
definitely,
knows? Yeah.
that was definitely half a milligram. I'm feeling
Okay,
it.
so we have our cheddar.
Cheddar's
Let's slice
better.
up some of, if you want to grab the rest of the bacon there, and we'll give that a nice little fresh chop. I'm gonna put this in my save it for later bowl. All right, so these tomatoes are pretty nice. So I'm from New Jersey originally, so you know, let me know what exit you're off of if you're from New Jersey. I lived in anywhere from like Cape May, Millville, up to New Brunswick, Asbury Park, all over the place. And New Jersey has the best tomatoes on the planet. And
There's a lot of...
And if you disagree with that, you're wrong. It's as simple as that.
I never knew how much agriculture and farmland was up in Jersey. When you hear of Jersey, if you've never been there, you think of city or Jersey Shores or something.
There's a ton of farmland.
A lot of agriculture and farm, and you know. So shout out to all our people in Jersey. Shout out to my friend Liz. She lives on a farm.
Yeah.
Cooking chickens and working with bees.
That's
so.
awesome. Wow, these are beautiful.
This is a nice. Is this a beefsteak tomato?
I don't know the actual variety because beefsteak are generally a little bit bigger,
larger, right?
But these are really nice. Just a little bit of salt on these.
Little vine ripe action
and
here.
We already got enough oil with everything else, so I'm just going to give these a little rough chop.
Boom.
They're still kind of crispy.
Nice crispy, thick cut bacon.
Yeah, and like little pieces here and there because this is going to be in a lettuce wrap, so it's going to be a little bit. Here's the thing, I like eating with my hands. Yeah. I like getting messy.
Rolling it up.
Yep.
Touching your stuff.
Touching your stuff, exactly.
All right, cool. So right now we're in the kitchen live, Magical Butter style with Chef Brandon Allen. He's showing us all kinds of ketogenic inspired food. We're creating a fresh infused BLT, but not just any old BLT.
Not just any old
This
BLT.
one's a lettuce wrap.
Yeah, a lettuce wrap BLT. And then we're going to...
Lettuce wrap.
Lettuce wrap. There's a lot you can do. Like, there's different ways that you can stuff this. You can, like, let's actually, you know what, we'll do a couple different ones. So
right.
let's do
variations.
One with some sliced tomato.
Boom.
And then what we're gonna do first is we're gonna put in
some of our...
a little bit of our infused mayonnaise. Now, for the sake of you're at home, what you would wanna do is take your mayo, volume it, make sure you know what your volume is, and then take that and know your dose from there. So there's 85 milligrams. So looking at this, there's probably, I don't know, I'm gonna guess around probably about 100 to 150 milligrams in here. So in that ballpark of a teaspoon, you're getting like 3 to 5 milligrams, okay?
Oh, so 150 milliliters.
Milliliters total,
Gotcha,
yeah,
gotcha.
yeah. So you gotta know your dose. So, but we're not gonna go through all of that right now.
So we're gonna smear it in the inside of that lettuce there.
Yep.
Boom, look at this, guys. Look at that. Nice little lettuce shell.
And everyone craps all over iceberg. I love iceberg lettuce.
Man, iceberg is like, it's awesome.
I absolutely love it. All right, so we're putting probably about a tablespoon each in here. I know all of y'all behind the cameras here are looking at these like, who's gonna get the small one? Who's gonna get the big one and the extra large one?
Yeah,
All
just right.
All right, so now we're gonna put in some of this cheddar. Now this is a really nice cheddar that y'all got.
Super
that
sharp.
I grated up.
Freshly grated, nice and sharp. And you don't have to put cheese in your BLT, but some people prefer it. It's gonna make it a lot better, right?
Absolutely. In my mind, hey, this is my cooking show. We're putting cheese in it.
I love cheese. Cheese, put it on everything.
All right, and now we're gonna hit this with some bacon. This one's gonna be like a little cup almost.
Little roll up. That's the Jaybird. There's the standard size, cigarillo, and then you got the large doo-wop on the end. Wow, mega.
All right, so we'll put our diced tomato in this one. And then, you wanna snag a plate out of one of those?
Let me
right there
snag a plate for you.
Yeah.
Making BLTs, my dude.
All right, so when I put this down, you'll be able to see, but basically, there you go.
Look at that.
I mean, there's your BLT.
Like a little friendly
and it's
taco.
super, yeah, it's almost like a taco. So
it's like a little
we've
clam
got
shell.
That little guy, isn't it cute?
No, I love it. I
All
love
right,
it.
and then we're gonna take,
Float that thing across the river.
I'm actually gonna pull this and throw a whole tomato underneath there.
Wow.
And you know, let's do another half too.
Yeah, you could add more tomato or,
Yeah, you can
more
have
bacon.
fun with it. Do whatever you want. You can drizzle some of more of the mayo on top if you'd like.
And then, so wow, Chef Brandon Allen, you're whipping up these BLT little lettuce wraps, healthy, keto-friendly, light dish. We've got a basil mayo that you made from scratch, just whipping up a yolk and some oil. This is delicious. This is something that my father would love to eat. He eats BLTs for breakfast, but you could actually have these for lunch as well.
Oh yeah, you can eat. Well, even this.
Brandon, let's get you up here and get a nice nice shot, get these obtuse angles on this food here. This is looking beautiful, guys.
Now, I'm also a huge cilantro fan.
Let me get you some of that.
Yeah, we'll throw a little bit on there. There we go.
Boom.
Just.
All right. Yeah, we're keeping it lit for the gram right now. Chef Brandon Allen whipping up these healthy, heady BLT wraps, crispy bacon, super juicy fresh tomatoes,
all right,
infused basil mayo,
ooh, this
got
tomato.
Sharp, extra sharp cheese, wrapped in some iceberg lettuce, topped with cilantro. What is the inspiration behind this dish here, Brandon?
It's a BLT, but there's just no bread. It's keto.
It's a
And
classic,
I love these
right?
pickled onions. I'm gonna probably use these in every recipe today. I'm not gonna lie.
Little pickled onion, Funyuns.
Because you know what, generally it's like you're not cooking all 4 of these things in one day. But what's great is that onion gives you a little touch of sweetness. And what the onion is it's equal parts water, red wine vinegar, and honey.
Wow.
And then you just
Do you
bring
pickle
it to
those yourself?
Yeah, you just bring it to a simmer and then pour it over julienne onions. Throw it in the fridge. You're done.
Wow.
It's that simple. And you can put a little salt in there too.
And that goes on so many fresh dishes.
Oh, everything. Or it makes a dish that isn't fresh, which is what's great about it. So this is a heavy dish with the mayo and the bacon and the cheese, but that lettuce and the tomato helps pop, and then that cilantro and then a little pickled onion. Oh yeah, absolutely.
So give it up for our boy Brennan here, getting some beautiful action shots of this delicious food that Chef Brandon Allen just created for us. We are just getting started here in the Magical Butter Kitchen. If you guys are just tuning in, I hope that you're sticking around with us. We got so much more exciting content to come. We have several more recipes. Chef Brandon's just getting warmed up in here. We're gonna start whipping it up with some delicious ribeyes. We got a massive pork salad that's gonna be coming out.
Oh yeah.
We also have some
bacon.
special friends in the house. My boy Austin, you know him, you love him. He's hanging out with our friend Alex in the Fortnite set. They're in the fort, hooked up with several game systems. They're gonna be playing some live Fortnite for you guys here in a few minutes. I just wanna recap what we've been doing today. If you guys are just tuning in, this has been the most exciting infused meal ever. We got Chef Brandon Allen in here creating ketogenic, cannabis-infused recipes. Let's have you talk real quick about your breakfast bowl. Give us a quick recap and let's tell everyone what went into it.
Absolutely. So for the first recipe that we did today, I'm kind of going through my day of breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, maybe a little bit too much food of what I would normally eat, but this is how I eat on a regular basis, okay? So I wanted to highlight the benefits of the ketogenic diet, including cannabis consumption at the same time, and show y'all that, yeah, we don't have bread and we don't have rice, and we don't have grains, but look what we do have.
Wow, yes.
This is delicious. So to start off, this is a breakfast Brussels bowl. So I have roasted Brussels with a little salt, pepper, granulated garlic, finished with some lemon juice. And then we have a caramelized maple onions. So just julienne onions with some maple syrup, a little salt, and it's like nice and heavy, but it's not too much sugar from the maple, you know, because it's, again, keto, so low carb. We have some parsley and cilantro in there, pickled red onions because why not? I made them, and they're good on pretty much everything. A lemon whipped ricotta with a fried egg and some crispy, thick cut bacon. And then from there, since we had bacon, I wanted to keep that theme going. So wanted to do a BLT, just think lunch, but instead of the bread, excuse me, instead of the bread, we've got a nice little iceberg lettuce cup or lettuce wrap. And that has a basil infused avocado mayonnaise. And with there we go to some cheddar cheese, sliced tomato with a little bit of salt on there, the bacon, some cilantro, pickled red onions again. And that's it. It's like very simple. And what's great is like you could have bacon you cooked the night before. You could just throw it in the pan real quick and like crisp it up again, and then have some of your cheese. You can make your infused mayonnaise ahead of time that could last you a couple of days. This is something you could throw together in and out. If you were to reheat the bacon, what, 5 minutes, you're done?
Quick assembly,
Yeah.
and you're on the go.
And then this is brain fuel right here. You're getting good, clean fats. You're getting a good amount of protein. Carbohydrates that are also high in fiber, and they're super nutrient dense. And you eat this, I could eat all 3 of these and then go hiking. I'm not gonna feel—
That sounds like a
I'm not
fun
gonna feel
day.
like bloated and bogged down and inflamed because
Yeah.
I don't have those pro-inflammatory types of fats as well as carbohydrates.
No glutens in there.
No gluten
carbs.
at all, yeah.
So thank you guys so much for tuning
Absolutely.
in. Shout out to all the people joining us from the Tommy Chong page. We're
Nice.
hanging out right now with Chef Brandon Allen in the Magical Butter Kitchen. We're giving you guys a full-on cannabis cuisine experience, creating ketogenic inspired recipes. Really quick, easy, delicious, healthy food that's gonna make you feel great. Without further ado, we're gonna wanna do a quick giveaway right now.
I'm gonna get the other recipes rocking.
Yeah.
While you're doing that, so go for it.
Let's get everyone to go check out Chef Brandon Allen's Instagram page. Where can they find you on Instagram?
So my Instagram is at Chef Brandon Allen.
Boom.
That's
Plain
pretty
and simple.
simple.
BRANDON.
And then we're gonna
ALLEN.
That's me. And then we're gonna do a smaller giveaway, and then I also have what's called a Patreon channel. So what I've been doing is working on developing a guide on my cannabis and ketosis lifestyle. So I have this theory, and I'm calling it a theory and not a hypothesis, because I've done so much research that I can back a lot of these claims that I'm making with all of these published medical journals. And my theory is that the ultimate state for the human body is to be in an intermittent state of nutritional ketosis while supplementing the endocannabinoid system with phytonutrients from cannabis. Repeat that back to me right now. But there's two key words in there. And the first one is intermittent state of nutritional ketosis, so intermittent, as well as supplement the endocannabinoid system. And that is going to be based on the individual. So what I'm doing is I'm putting this guide together, and it's what to eat, how to cook it, and why. It's not necessarily full-blown recipes because I want to empower people to cook. If you want a keto cookbook, there's a ton of them out there. But I want to just break down the macros of the food and why they're important to eat, and then how cannabis is synergistically working with the ketogenic diet to enhance your endocannabinoid tone on the back end. So your supplementation side, you need less cannabis to get greater results.
That's
so
beautiful.
y'all can join my Patreon. It's only $1 a month or $4 a month. There's like different levels you can do, but $1 a month and you get access to all this. And because of YouTube and Instagram and Facebook and all these major social media networks that are harping on the cannabis community right now, and they're shutting people down and they're shutting our voices down, I'm basically putting a lot of my attention now onto Patreon. So I'm gonna do teasers on Instagram and teasers on YouTube and get people to come to Patreon because it's a safe channel where I don't have to worry about losing all of my followers out of nowhere just because they decided to just boop, you're deleted because it's not federally legal yet. So.
Yeah, that's a scary thing to think about. So they'll go to patreon.com/Chef Brandon Allen.
That's it, yep.
All right, so you guys go over there. He's gonna be picking some of his new subscribers for a chance to win a Magical Butter machine. If you're not on Patreon, go over to Instagram, give him a like or a follow. He'll be on there all week long, picking winners to win all kinds of prizes. You guys, we're having such a great time. We're hanging out with Chef Brandon Allen. Almost got my hand cut off.
It's all right.
We're about to go over to the Magical Butter Fort set. We're playing some Xbox One. We got our friends over there getting down on the Fortnite action. Let's send it right over there. Nope. Oh, sorry. Oh, I thought we were gonna do a quick intermission with the video games. All right, cool. Stay tuned, guys, because we're about to get on to our third recipe. So we started this thing off super strong with this bacon Brussels bowl, man. I mean, look at all this color. We got our lemon ricotta jam, maple caramelized onions, crispy bacon, fried egg. What's next on the menu here, Chef?
We're gonna do a stir high.
Stir high.
So we're gonna basically do a keto version of a stir fry, but we're gonna use cauliflower instead of rice. We're gonna pan sear some beautiful marbleized ribeye here. So I was talking earlier about utilizing proteins that also have a lot of fat in them, like bacon and pork shoulder and things like that. Well, ribeye is a perfect example. All the white through here is called marbling. So not only is it great in the sense of flavor and texture because it doesn't really, it's really hard to overcook this, let's just put it that way. Because as this is heating, all of the fat that's in between the meat here just loosens up, so it makes the texture a lot nicer. And there's just good clean fats in here. And this was organic ribeye y'all got for me too, so.
Wow, hooking it up. So we're doing a ribeye stir high with cauliflower rice. Nice, bro, nice. And this cauliflower is just covered with these little sacred fractals, bro. I love the way it looks.
Fractals. I love that. That's amazing.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right, so what we're gonna do I'm gonna get you started on grating the cauliflower.
I'm great at grating.
Okay, and then I'm gonna chop some veggies here. Is that good? You need a little rinse?
Yeah, maybe let me get a quick
little rinse. Okay.
Nobody's.
So with the cauliflower, what we're gonna do is use a box grater, which I had a box grater here. Chris, you're all by yourself.
Oh, I see it right here. It's right under your nose.
Look at that. Now we've got two. Okay, so whichever one.
Let me dry this bowl out real fast.
Cool. So what we're gonna do is use a box grater to basically just grate the floret part of the cauliflower only. Now, if you have a food processor, you can do this all in a food processor, but again, the whole point of today, as well as to utilize common kitchen utensils that everyone has, or you can get for dirt cheap, okay?
Yeah, you don't need to go get special equipment or any of that.
You don't. You can also go to Big Lots and you can buy a food processor for like 20 bucks. Okay. You don't need, and honestly, that's what I have. I could get a really fancy RoboCoupe that costs like a couple $100 or $1,000, but you know, I just like, this is it. Just knife and like simple utensils.
Nice knife.
Yeah, you don't need super fancy
Basic
stuff. I have a sous vide machine. I have some stuff I have fun with every once in a while, but for the most part when I cook, it is very, very basic.
Simple.
Okay? So what I want you to do is grate to where the floret part stops.
Okay.
Okay, so right at the base of the tree, so to speak.
Got it.
And then you're just gonna go through here like that. And then if you get chunks that fall off that are a little bit bigger, don't worry about it. And that's basically where you'll stop.
Got it.
Now, you could keep going, but for the sake of our time, that's why we're gonna just use this. But what I also love doing, and I do have some recipes online, just follow me and I'll post about it, where I grate the one part and then I save, let's say the stem or the trunk,
yeah.
And then I boil this and then I turn it into a puree. Ooh. And then I sear the rice part, and I basically make like a Parmesan cauliflower grits. Ah. So that is your grit, and then this becomes the creaminess, and it's really good. So I'm gonna let you get started on that.
And both parts have a lot of iron and good healthy benefits, right?
Yeah, I don't know all the nutrients in there off the top of my head, but I do know that there is low carbohydrate because of the high fiber that's in cauliflower. And you can do a cauliflower mashed potato, so to speak. I've done that a lot.
Cauliflower is trending right now. I know a lot of people are utilizing it in all different ways.
Yeah, and also buy your own. If you buy the bagged rice cauliflower, you'll save a couple of minutes, but you're also gonna spend a couple extra bucks. So you can see how easy it is to rice your own cauliflower.
And you're gonna get a much better product when you grate it fresh, right?
Absolutely. Okay, so we're gonna get everything rocking for our stir high here.
And we're gonna do speaking of rocking, we're gonna be rocking in the walking.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see how that walk goes.
Walk it like we talk it.
I haven't used your walk, but you know.
Walk it like we talk it.
I hope your hood is working because it's definitely gonna get hot in here.
We're so hood. Chef Brandon Allen in the house, live in the Magical Butter kitchen. I'm grating up cauliflower like a baller, and we're making some cauliflower rice today. And this is gonna go complete with our ribeye stir high. And that's just a little play on words. We're making a little stir fry with ribeye, guys. Speaking of ribeye, shout out to my boy cousin Kenny. He's killing it on the grill. He makes a hell of a good steak at home, complete with magical butter on top. Nice, nice. All right, so what's going on now? We got a little zucchini?
Yeah, I just have some zucchini, so you can pretty much do any veggies really. But the whole point of this is to kind of highlight how to use a wok and also
walk it like you talk it.
Exactly, yeah. There you go. So zucchini gets mushy fast, so you never want to cut your zucchini super thin. So I'm gonna go at like anywhere from like probably around 1/3 of an inch in that ballpark, because no one wants soggy zucchini.
Nah.
Nah.
So nice thick zucchini chop there. Little half moons.
Now notice that when I'm cutting things, notice how my fingers are positioned. I'm pinching the base of my blade, letting my other 3 fingers wrap around. This is how you hold a knife, not this, okay? You actually lose stability.
And it could like...
Yep, you want to pinch and let your other 3 wrap around, and then your other hand acts like the claw. Think like, what is that, the Jim Carrey movie with the claw?
Yeah.
So you're doing the claw. So you'll notice that my fingertips are pointed down away from the product and away from my blade, and I'm using the front of my finger here as the guide. So we have our, you got a little cauli stuck in my arm here,
My
bro.
bad, bud.
It's all right. Wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah. Casualties of cauliflower. Here we go.
All right, now we're gonna do a little bit of this. Let's get this somewhere back in the fridge. So
get crazy.
I'm gonna eat all of
right,
this
guys,
cheese for dinner tonight.
I just finished grating up all that cauliflower. It's looking sort of like just some rice.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
It's pretty simple. Ooh, watch that blade, it'll get you. Okay, so now we're gonna go to, sir, would you mind giving this a little rinse for me?
Can I just lick it off?
Yeah, you can, whichever. So these little mini bell peppers are so delicious. I like them because they have a thin skin to them, or a thin flesh, so it's not super thick like a pepper or a regular bell pepper. The best way to work with these is to just cut them right down the center, lengthwise.
You can't have thin skin if you're in the kitchen,
No,
right?
not at all.
You gotta be able to take the heat.
Not at all. Okay.
Cool, so we're cutting up these
So-
peppers. I can smell it. It's
Nice.
got some heat coming
Actually,
off
the
of it.
heat's gonna come from that guy there.
Ooh, these are
Now,
more sweet.
Yeah, these are sweet for sure. So actually, you're probably smelling the Dijon more than anything. Now, what you're gonna do here, once you cut them in half like this, just use a teaspoon or a regular spoon, and you're just gonna go
Little scoop.
little scoop.
And
you're gonna
that's an
just,
easy way to
it's-
remove the seed and
it's
stem,
super
right?
easy, yep. All right, so while that's happening, we have to make our sauce that's gonna go with this stir fry.
I love it. Love it.
So
what kind of sauce are we gonna
We're
be
gonna
making
do
today?
like a grilled scallion, soy, ginger type of mixture, just like really fresh and crisp.
Asian inspired.
Yeah, Asian inspired.
Healthy, fresh.
Yep, healthy and gluten and soy free, because we're not going to be using soy sauce. Instead, we're gonna be using coconut aminos.
Oh, what is that?
So coconut aminos is basically that.
It's like a soy sauce.
It's a soy sauce
substitute?
that's made from a coconut byproduct. I don't know exactly how it's made, other than it's got a sweeter texture or sweeter flavor profile to it, and it's gluten-free. It is soy-free.
And a lot of people are
and-
avoiding soy nowadays, right?
Yeah, because it's a high inflammatory product, and the
GMO.
GMO aspect to it is it's not the soy that there was.
It's not what it used to be.
Exactly,
Yeah, because a lot of vegans used to use soybeans as an alternative, but
And a lot of them still do, and they think that it's healthy because it's vegan, but it's
could
not.
be a misconception,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. So
Now-
so now we're doing a nice chop. What kind of style is this here?
I guess you could say this is kind of like a bâtonnet. I'm just cutting these. So bâtonnet is basically 2 inches by 1/4 inch. Okay,
like that.
in that ballpark.
Thanks
Some
for-
are a little bit wider, but this is a stir fry, so these are going to cook really fast, and I want them to have some texture to it. Now, tomorrow we're going to do a slaw recipe with these peppers, and I'm going to do a really fine julienne with them.
Ooh.
So y'all have to make sure you check back for that recipe that they post online.
I can't wait to see that. And these peppers are adding so much beautiful color. It's going to really
Yep.
brighten up your dish.
You know, you eat with your eyes and your nose before your mouth. So making food look good is important, but it doesn't have to be like a super fancy plate up. It just has to look appealing. You know, that's really important.
And most importantly, it has to taste appealing.
Yeah, yeah.
So looks, smell, flavor, they all come into play when we're deciding if we're going to eat something.
And then you've got texture. That's like the feel of it. It's just
I'm big on texture.
Yeah.
So like
I even love the sound. This,
the crunch.
that crunch.
It
To me, it's
excites
like
you,
it's
right?
all part of it. Oh yeah.
Wow. All right, so look at this mix here. We got some zucchini, bunch of fresh peppers. Now he's gonna make it happen with these onions. Real quick, chop off the top. And do onions bother you? Does it make you cry?
So I have contacts.
So it
So
protects
it
you.
actually protects my eyes a little bit.
You got some
yeah.
Brandon
So-
alligator eyes.
The last time I was doing like a French onion soup, which is like one of my favorite things to cook, because it's so simple. It's like 7 or 8 ingredients.
Do you put bread
I
in your
love-
French onion soup?
No, I just put the cheese on top and I torch it with a brulee or a dab rig, whatever
Whatever
you know. Whatever you got laying around there.
Cool.
So for the onion here, I do want a little bit of body to it, so I'm not going to do a full julienne. So I'm just going to do kind of like a rough chop, like a medium dice here.
Beautiful.
And I'm putting all these in the same thing because we're cooking in a wok. So it's gonna be very high heat, it's gonna cook fast. And like I said, I want the texture of all the vegetables that I'm putting in here. I don't want, you know, to put the zucchini in and then this and then that, or the onions to get soft. Because like when you eat Asian food, or at least that I can recall and all the times I have, you don't have like a caramelized onion. You have this onion that's cooked or sauteed, but it still has a body to it.
Crisp.
Because they use a lot of different sauces and everything. So if you have like a cooked in full caramelized onion, and then you add the sauce on top of it, it's gonna get soggy and it's just gonna kind of go down from there.
Yeah, you wanna keep it a certain
Okay,
texture.
so we have our veggies, we have our steak here.
Cauliflower rice.
We have our cauliflower rice.
We're
So now we
getting
gotta
all the
do
pieces together here.
Now we gotta do our grilled scallion.
And ginger sauce.
But we don't have a grill, so what I'm just gonna do.
All right, people are getting hungry right now.
Yeah? Yeah, no, I want to do like grill, so we're just gonna kind of improvise here. So I'm just gonna remove these.
What about like an old cast iron skillet, and we can kind of grill it?
We can do a hard sear. Yeah, it might get a little
Kinda
smoky in
smoked
here.
out.
So what I'm gonna do first is utilize the white part of the scallion, and I'm gonna cut them on a bias, so on an angle. And we're gonna use this part as a garnish for the stir fry.
Wow.
So we'll just finish it off with this.
Making a ribeye stir fry right now.
Does anyone have any questions about ketosis? Or how about this, is anyone doing keto right now? I'm really curious. I know you got quite a few people watching. And
Yeah, let's see.
So who's doing keto?
Let me see what people have to say right here. Yeah, go ahead and hit us up with some questions, guys. We're following along in the comments. So if you have any questions for Chef Brandon Allen regarding ketosis or integrating cannabinoids into your healthy diet, he's here on the set with us. We're hanging out live right now, Magical Butter style, making it happen. Someone's asking, is it the same as the Atkins diet?
Okay, great question. So Atkins was so close to totally changing the world. The issue with Atkins is that it focused on high protein, not high fat. So people were over consuming protein. That excess protein stores in your body as glycogen, which is basically like eating carbohydrates. So when you eat high protein, it's not much different than eating high carbohydrate as well. So basically what you would do with Atkins is take the amount of protein and cut it in half and just replace it with high clean omega-3 rich fats from like avocado, from olives, from grass-fed animals. And you know what? If you can't afford the grass-fed or the organic, that's fine. Just still eat the right types of things, because I assure you, a GMO tomato versus a whatever fed cow, this all kind of ends up being the same type of thing. You know?
So like the simplified description there, the basic difference between keto and Atkins diet would be Atkins pushes for more of a higher protein content, whereas keto is more of a higher fat content.
Yes, exactly.
Got it.
And also keto focuses on not consuming preservatives and heavily processed foods, much like paleo as well.
Really honing in
and I don't
on
think that, in the 90s or so, when Atkins really came to be, I don't think there was a lot of focus on people being too concerned about GMOs and preservatives and artificial this and artificial that. At least it wasn't mainstream yet.
It wasn't yet. People were still using their microwave and doing, stuff that we kind of sneer our nose on nowadays. And you were definitely at a different physical condition before you started your keto journey. What was your weight, and how much were you able to lose through new diet and exercise?
Yeah, so just over 2 years ago is when I started doing keto, and I lost 50 pounds. I'm actually, right now, I'm up 10. Because I've been experimenting with different macros and different other things to see how I can maintain and basically see if I could hybridize my old lifestyle to this one. And it's not working. That's why I'm up 10 pounds. So I'm down 40 pounds right now, but I was down to 50 pounds by just eating. And I don't exercise. I walk my dogs. I stand in a kitchen. I don't lift. I don't run. I don't do any of that because of the severe back issues that I have. So I managed to basically lose the weight by eating fat.
Wow. And that's like opposite of what we've always been told.
Yep.
They're calling you a knife master at home right now. And I can't help but notice you're really macerating these jalapenos down to a fine little.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do a little mince here because we're going to, I'm gonna kind of improvise now with the sauce that we're gonna do. I'm gonna do like a spicy jalapeno ginger sauce.
Ooh, I love
it. Instead of the grilled scallion, but I'm also gonna use the scallion as well. So we're gonna throw.
Do you know about if keto diet is ideal for people who have Crohn's disease?
Yeah, there's actually medical journals out there regarding the ketogenic diet and various irritable bowel, Crohn's disease,
colitis,
digestive disorders, anyone with inflammatory diseases, migraines, depression, anxiety. Think about it. This is the way we evolved. We evolved in ketosis.
Wow.
Okay? What's changed in the past mainly 100 years?
Our availability to food.
Our food and our medicine. All of our fats were stripped from us and replaced with empty carbohydrates and empty sugars. And then all of our plant-based medicines were replaced with synthetics. And I'm not going to say fuck big pharma. I used to. But I won't, because if I broke my leg right now, or if I went into some type of issue where I needed modern medicine, I'm gonna want it. But I can utilize ancient medicine to prevent me from being into states that I can't, or I can control, okay? Like cancerous states and things like that. Some people can't control cancer. There's a lot of different things that go into it, but how come cancer rate is going crazy? And then you see the way people are fueling their bodies and they see the habits that they have compared to what that we used to. So my whole thing is let's de-evolve. Let's de-evolve to a ketogenic state like we used to be in. And I'm not saying it's a 24/7 thing. You go like this with it, okay? That's what I'm doing now. I'm maintaining, okay? Mm-hmm. I just had blood work done and the doctor was like,
freaking out.
Well, you're the poster child of what blood work and everything should look like. It was perfect. I'm 32 years old. I used to smoke 3 packs of cigarettes a day. I used to drink like a fish. And I said I had enough. I want to live long and be happy and enjoy it and enjoy the quality of life throughout the duration at the same time. So I recovered from bad habits and I used food and flour to do it.
That's amazing. And I think you kind of just answered our next question here. People are asking, is keto a diet or a lifestyle? And based on what you just described, I would say keto is most definitely a lifestyle.
I hate both terms because they're both just destroyed right now. Oh, this lifestyle, that lifestyle,
lifestyle
this
does
diet,
have
that.
a weird attachment
Yeah,
to
it does too. I mean, diet, I would say it's more of a lifestyle than a diet, but ultimately it's just living. It's de-evolving. It's going back to our ancestral traits, okay? I think it's Dr. Mercola says, repeat ancestral practices. And I think that's beautiful. You know, go back to some of the things that we used to do that kept us in a better state of humanity and combine that with modern technology and we should be unstoppable.
Absolutely. You got to stay in touch with our primitive instincts, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so we got to do a little bit of ginger here.
A little bit of ginger root towards your boy.
Yeah, guys, keep the questions going.
Keep it coming. We're loving it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is the Magical Butter Show. We're live in the kitchen right now with Chef Brandon Allen. You guys can check him out at www.chefbrandonallen.com. Also, he's got a Patreon account for some exclusive content. Find him on Facebook, Instagram, all that jazz, at Chef Brandon Allen. We're hanging out right now creating ketogenic, cannabis-infused meals. We started off this day very strong and healthy with a breakfast Brussels bowl. We've done BLT wraps, and now we're kicking it. He's chopping up some ginger for this ribeye stir-high, guys.
Yeah, now I know some of you at home are like, oh my gosh, what is he doing to that ginger?
What are you doing?
He's wasting so much of it. Well, for sake of time, I'm trying to just peel this instead of using a vegetable peeler or taking too much time with my knife. But yeah, so don't be offended. I'm losing some ginger here, folks.
We're just peeling off all that skin real quick and easy, rough chop style.
All right.
And ginger's got such a nice, bright smell. I love it.
And you can smell right now some of the very terpenes that are found in cannabis.
Because a lot of the terpenes that are in cannabis are shared in fruits and vegetables.
Exactly. So there's over 20,000 different terpenes characterized in the plant kingdom. Wow. Cannabis, they've discovered about 200. So 1% of the terpenes found in nature have been found in cannabis. So in my geek out world, and we talk about the entourage effect and how cannabinoids and terpenoids react together to provoke certain effects. Imagine what we could do with taking other plant terpenes and then adding them to cannabis to really further modulate those effects.
Wow.
And no one's also talking about bioflavonoids or the polyphenols or antioxidants found in cannabis. And when we inhale them, they have got to have effects. And so there's so much more research that we have to do, but we got to continue normalizing this plant. And one of the things I could say about Magical Butter, thank you for normalizing this and doing events like this and shows and reaching out to people and giving away machines and getting people amped up, because like every day that someone looks at this in a positive light or shares it with someone and it becomes normal that they're sharing these things on Facebook, share right now, not for me, for humanity and for this plant, just to continue to normalize, just share everything, because the more we see it, the more normal it comes, and you guys you're killing it with that.
Thank you, bro. So. You're making me get all chilled out over here, but and chilled out by getting chills, not chilled out. The food is definitely making me feel that way too, but thank you so much. And we are definitely trying to break the stigma by highlighting chefs like yourself, highlighting healthy foods and stuff that you can truly be proud of. If you want to showcase ways to get healthy cannabinoids in your body, what better way than to do it through delicious food?
Absolutely.
So right now you're chopping up this ginger.
Yeah, I'm gonna mince this up, and we're gonna use this a little bit in the stir fry when we cook it, but a little bit
in that special sauce.
In the sauce that we're gonna do as well. And this is honestly, I'm kind of improvising this. This isn't like a recipe. Most of when I don't look at recipes to follow, I look at them for inspiration. But this is like just really something simple, and I was like, oh, stir high.
That's kind of cool. You described that on your Patreon account. You sort of look to highlight the foods and the benefits of them, but not so much put together recipes. Just give people the basic guidance on what's good and not.
Yeah, because if you can understand how to braise, understand knife skills, understand how to saute, just basic cooking techniques, you can do anything you want in a kitchen. You don't need to follow recipes. Once you work with more ingredients, you know not to cut zucchini thin. You know not to
overcook a certain.
You know, do a super fine julienne pepper when you're doing a stir fry. Like all these little things, they slowly turn into expertise. Mm-hmm. But you can be an expert in your own kitchen, working with just a chef's knife, a box grater, a stir fry pan. Like you don't need all this fancy equipment. Just cook. Just start there. And then if you're getting intrigued to like want to do more with different ingredients, then you can take it to another step. So I'm going to give you these to peel.
Awesome,
if you don't mind.
And you guys, if you're just tuning in, or if we've been giving away prizes throughout this live stream, all the winners can claim their prize at contests@MagicalButter.com. I see you commenting down there below. Adam Autry. Just email us at contests@MagicalButter.com. Real easy. We're hanging out with Chef Brandon Allen right now, live in the Magical Butter kitchen. We're creating infused, ketogenic-inspired recipes. It's just so much fun to be hanging out with you again, bro. We got to chill out in Cali at the cooking competition. Yeah. We've caught up in Vegas. You did a couple private dinners there, and
Vegas was fun.
One thing that me and you had a realization of last night, all this cooking I've got to witness you do, I never actually got to hang out and enjoy your food. And so today is a very special day. We're going to get to
here, let me give
appreciate
these
and savor your flavor.
I'll make it a little easier to get
peel it off.
Peel off. Now, you can take like 2 stainless steel bowls that are the same size and put your peel on garlic and shake the crap out of it. And the peel will start to break off.
Wow.
But you make really ugly faces when you do it.
It's like a weird...
yeah, you're like, ugh. So I didn't want to do it on camera today. Maybe we should. Maybe we should get Dalton up here and he can shake some garlic.
He's a garlic shaker for sure. And if you guys are looking, if you have any questions, put them down below in the comments section. We're here hanging out with you. Also, we have a staff standing by, ready to answer your questions Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Give us a call at 1-800-420-4334. Kenny and the gang are hanging out, ready to answer all your calls. All right, so you're chopping up this garlic now.
Yeah, so what I'm doing is I'm overlapping here. So I'm thinly slicing the ginger and the garlic together.
They're gonna combine in one sauce,
and well, then I'm gonna mince them together.
Ooh.
Because why mince one, clean it, and then mince the other? Because they're both going into the same thing. But the reason that I'm cutting them thin to start is because if I start mincing something that's far away from the cutting board that has rounded edges, it's gonna stick to my blade more, and it's gonna be, I'm gonna have to raise my knife higher, and it'll just roll around. So this
You're trying to get similar sizes of both mediums.
Yep, just to make it easier. And then notice like right here, instead of like still trying to keep going, I push off to the side, and now I'm going to the flat surface.
Boom.
And then now it's a lot safer to...
More stable.
Yep.
You don't want to cut on that weird angle, right?
Not at all.
All right, cool. So now we're mincing all this up together. We got garlic, we got ginger. It's gonna be the perfect base for this infused grilled scallion and ginger sauce. We're making a ribeye stir-fry here with Chef Brandon Allen, hanging out in the kitchen, answering your guys' questions. If you have any questions regarding ketogenic lifestyle or diet, hit us up right now. We're here hanging out with you.
So I just switched knives, and some people are probably kind of curious.
What's the difference here?
So it's the shape of the edge.
Okay.
And I'm about to do something that'll speed things up a little bit. That knife does well. This one does a little bit better.
So I see you're flattening out your, wow, rocking and rolling. Boom. Look at this technique, guys. Chopping it up, leaving nothing left behind. Only little pieces. We don't want no big chunks. Look at this, guys.
Oh, you got the close-up there.
Rock, rock, rock. Look at that. Ginger, garlic, chopped up, big chop. Beautiful work. This ain't no beginner knife skills. If you guys aren't as quick, don't worry. You could throw this in a food processor, or you could, you know, take your time, be patient. You don't want to hurt yourself.
Enjoy cooking.
But this is beautiful to watch, my brother. I love it. I love it. It's got that natural rhythm going here.
You know, it's crazy. Like, I can't play the guitar for very long because my wrists cramp up.
Right.
But I can cut for days. Like it.
Your technique is impeccable.
But
here.
for whatever reason, it doesn't hurt me the way if I play later for y'all, you'll see like I don't just like ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling.
You
I
really
like rip around, you know.
Get into it.
So my wrists get all cramped up. But this, I don't know. It's just I'm meant to have a chef's knife in my hand. So maybe it was a blessing. My wrist got all jacked up and got out of music.
Do you find yourself using a knife pretty much every single day?
Yeah, multiple times a day.
Multiple times.
I cook 5 or 6 nights of the week. And there's even times where like when I actually go out, I still end up preparing something with my equipment. I enjoy it.
And I bet your girl is a happy lady. Does she help you cook at all, or is it mainly you in the kitchen?
She's allowed to grate cheese. And she helps me clean and pick cilantro leaves because we had an emergency room visit together.
Oh no!
Where she totally just destroyed her finger with one of my chef's knives. So 4 should have been 5 stitches later.
Wow!
So I don't know if you're watching, babe, but
I'm sure she's watching and supporting you. Our thoughts are with you, Megan. You're lucky to have a man like Chef Brandon in the kitchen.
I'm lucky to have her, bro.
You guys are lucky to have each other.
I tell you what, one thing I will say, and I mean this, like my opportunities to become the first High Times top cannabis chef, to be able to come to Florida, to be able to be in California, to be able to do all the things I've been doing are because of her. Wow. She has been my backbone, my support, and supported me in many different ways, and I love you. Thank you, babe.
Nice one.
Yeah.
Nice heartfelt message to your lady.
She's
there.
my girl.
All right.
All right. So we have that. We're gonna get a little cilantro going. We're gonna mince some. So one of the things with Asian cooking is that it's more prep than cooking. There's so like you can see like all the various things. Like we got a little shiitake we're gonna slice up too yet, but there's a lot of mise en place. And if you just start cooking with a wok with a high hot heat, and you don't have everything layered out, you're gonna run into some trouble for sure.
And you don't want some of your ingredients to be cooked, and then now you're rushing to cook the rest, and part of your meal is getting cold, and it's just crazy. So, all right, cool. We're chopping up this cilantro here, and what's up with people who? I heard some people think that cilantro has a unique flavor, like a soap or something.
So, 4 to 14% of the population think that cannabis, that's my, we're talking about my other favorite.
Yeah.
That
cilantro.
That cilantro tastes like soap. It's a genetic expression. It's genes, that's all it is. And chances are you're not actually going to be able to get over it because it's part of the way your genetics are. But what's interesting is cannabinoid supplementation modulates your genetic expression, and so does the ketogenic diet.
Wow.
So you can modulate your genes. If you think that, oh, my mom's got this, my grandma's got this, that, and genetics, you can modulate your genes and you can control them a lot more than what you're told. You have the power to create this amazing vessel of whatever your spirit is or whatever you want it to be. Do me a favor, pick this up real quick.
Picking it up.
So my board is slipping around.
Slipping.
So take a little damp towel, put it underneath, or you can take some plastic wrap and just layer it up.
It gives you a little cushion for your
yeah, and it's not going to be sliding everywhere.
Shout out to everybody at home watching along. Thank you guys for joining us. We're live right now in the Magical Butter kitchen, hanging out with Chef Brandon Allen. He's cutting up some cilantro. I see people down in the comments debating whether or not my mustache is real or fake. It's definitely real. I would not wear a fake mustache. I don't know why anyone would do that. Someone says, if you can't grow a stash, don't wear a fake. It's ugly. Appreciate your opinion. Someone says, it's not fake, it's real. So it's all real, y'all. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Chef Brandon, you just chopped up this cilantro.
So I would also like to say that my bald head is 100%
It's all real, right?
Okay, in case anyone's curious about the you know, how serious I am about my bald head or mustaches. Or,
and you got to be mindful of that, right? You put a little lotion or lather to keep the sun off of it.
Yeah, I gotta lather this guy. I had to lather it up today. Something about the water here, and my skin got dry. I want to give it a little fresh Bic, so I had to lather it up. But yeah, getting a burnt dome is no fun.
No fun, guys. So protect your skin in the sun, and remember, don't forget to wear sunscreen.
If there's any baldies or anyone with mustaches, post a photo of yourself and say hello.
Yeah, we love you if you have a stash or a bald head or long
both.
hair.
Woo!
We don't care. We love you just the way you are.
I tried the stash. It doesn't work for me.
You could do it.
Maybe I'll try it again. Maybe tomorrow maybe we can shave and we'll give me a stash on camera.
Switch it up. Switch it up.
Didn't you do that? You shaved
I did it on
hair?
live before. I'll be willing to shave my whole head and transplant it into a wig form and give you a cool Chris dude.
Well, it's not that it doesn't grow everywhere. It's just, it's a little light back here and off to the side. So what is what it is. All right, we are almost done our mise en place here.
Some shrooms now.
Yeah, so these are shiitake or shit takes if you want to be a dick about it. Okay?
The way that they spell it is, it's kind of
so
funny.
I remember I was at this like really nice restaurant with a bunch of friends. I was like 19 years old, and there was this guy, and he's bragging about how much money he has, and he's got like horses and all this stuff. And we're sitting there, and all of a sudden, like 8 or 10 of us sitting around this really nice high dining place, and he goes, "What the fuck is a shit take?"
It's a mushroom.
And my cousin looks at me, he's like, "You can buy all those horses, you can buy all those cars, but you just can't buy any class, can you?"
Ooh.
And it was brilliant. It was amazing. So, so I'm gonna do the shiitake thin because I'm gonna put these in towards the very end of the stir fry, and I want them to just get softened a little bit, but I also want them to have a little bit of a chew, and I mean that, a chew. This is gonna be a different texture that's going to come into the stir fry.
Love it. I love it. Mushrooms are an amazing flavor. You want to cook them just right, especially when you're
We'll do a
mixing
couple
them
more
up.
here because they shrink up a lot.
They do. They reduce as soon as you throw the heat on there. So we're live right now in the Magical Butter kitchen. Chef Brandon Allen, the man with the knife skills, making it happen right now, chopping up these shiitake mushrooms very nicely. Precision.
A lot of practice.
Chris needs a Firebird, man. Got the Smokey and the Bandit look. Are you guys high? No, we're just high on life right now.
I'm not.
Out. We've been, the first 2 dishes we created were microdosed. We haven't even had the opportunity to really enjoy or indulge on the food yet.
We will,
so
we will.
We'll be doing that here soon.
I'm still full from last night, man.
Man, we killed it. We killed it.
Jeez, you guys treated me good.
We've got all kinds of delicious food down here in Florida. Well, have you ever heard of these amazing oyster mushrooms?
Yeah, they're a lot of fun. They have
grow
awesome
naturally
texture.
down here in the Florida caverns. We have a farmer that brings them to us, and we'll utilize those from time to time.
Nice.
So,
all right, so I'm gonna get started with, we're gonna fire a couple of different things at a time here.
Okay.
We're gonna start off with, can you either find me another one of these pots or give that a good rinse for me?
Yeah, we probably have another one sitting
I think there
around.
might be another one in there.
Cool.
All right. So I'm gonna fire steak as well as the cauliflower rice, kind of at the same time. And then while the steak is resting, that's when I'm gonna get the wok going.
And do
so,
all the
and then
stir
we'll
fry.
slice the meat thin, and then we'll kind of build this from there. And then we have our sauce. So I have some jalapeno. We got some
green onions.
Green onion or scallions. And then this is our ginger and garlic mixed in there.
Beautiful.
And then what we're gonna do here is utilize some of this. Do you guys have the sesame oil?
Dude,
anywhere?
we got all that
Dude,
jazz. No
grab
problem.
some. That'll just bring it all together. Toasted though. If it's not toasted, I don't want it. And this is where I have to say something like, who likes getting toasted? With sesame oil. Oh, and by the way, I just saw my towel hanging out here. One of the things that you can do with the magical butter mats, the sill pats that y'all have, which I don't know where they're at, but you sell your sill pats online, right?
Yeah, we got magical butter
Because you
mats.
can use, the sill pats, the baking sheet.
Oh
guards.
yeah, the baking mats.
I have those.
Silicone
I have like
baking
a
mats.
big cutting board at home, and I have 2 of them underneath my cutting board, and that's what keeps it from going everywhere.
So if you don't want to use a wet cloth, you could always use a magical butter baking mat.
Exactly.
That's a good chef tip, pro tip. So
Yep.
right now you're drizzling some of that coconut.
Yeah.
amino,
So this is the coconut amino or coconut-based soy sauce.
a substitute.
And
we're making infused grilled scallion and ginger sauce right here.
yeah. All right. So I want you to give a little taste here. It's salty, but it's sweet as well. So a lot of Asian cuisine is finished with like a sugar of sort to thicken it up, or like a cornstarch and sugar or some type
Like
of
a
corn
teriyaki
syrup.
bit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
There's a
yeah.
lot more sugar. So this is a healthier alternative to it. And let's see here. There's only 1 gram of carbohydrates per teaspoon. So it's a lot cleaner of an alternative.
And not only, so we're
and
taking it to the next level. We got healthy cauliflower rice. We're going to be utilizing coconut aminos instead of soy sauce.
Absolutely. And then the toasted sesame.
It's here, but it's not toasted.
We'll use a little bit.
It's just regular organic sesame
So
oil.
we're just going to put a little bit in here. This is a higher omega-6 fat.
Okay.
But we're only using a little bit. So we're going to balance this out with the better omega-3 fats as well. And let's see here. Give this a little stir. So this is basically what we're going to finish the stir fry with. Just a little bit, and then this will kind of like just thicken up a little bit, and it'll ever so slightly soften the ginger and the garlic, but you'll still get that nice little fresh pop of ginger and garlic and jalapeno, but you're also going to get this that's going to have a little bit more of that cooked flavor in there. All right?
Cool.
So there's that. I'm going to grab me some butter in there if you would. Butter.
Just regular butter, or you want some magical butter?
I want some regular butter. However, we will infuse the rice. But we're going to use the oil because, again, I'm super strict with my microdosing. So
right.
I got some Kerrygold in there.
Here you go.
Oh, that is Kerrygold. Woo. Okay. So
you want to use healthy, delicious butter. Kerrygold is a pure Irish grass-fed butter, full of some healthy fats. So much better than just a regular store-bought brand.
absolutely. Pastured cows, grass-fed, grass-finished, happy
Delicious.
cows.
Happy cows equal happy people, happy recipes.
Actually.
So beautiful, beautiful. Right now we're live in the Magical Butter kitchen hanging out with Chef Brandon Allen. We're taking you guys through a complete cannabis cuisine here. We've been cooking all day long, and right now we're working hard on making a ribeye stir-high. It's a stir-fry play here. We got cauliflower rice, beautiful marbleized ribeyes. Getting our heat selection hooked up here on the 1s and 2s. Might need a...
Oh, that's a timer.
Yeah.
Ah, that's the one I'm looking
Yeah,
for.
user error, guys.
Yeah, so when it says timer, that means timer.
Temperature means temp. All right, cool. So we'll take the timer off. All right, we got this state-of-the-art induction burner top here.
Yeah,
in the
it is
center.
pretty badass.
I think it's good.
Yeah, it's just me getting used to it. That's
he's
all.
getting used to it.
Like you said, the whole Men in Black thing, my fingertips.
His fingertips
are a little
got
off.
burnt off. We don't want to talk about that live right now, but we are. We're kicking it in the kitchen with Chef Brandon Allen. He travels the world cooking in all different types of kitchens. You got to be a versatile chef. You whip stuff up on the fly for people, guests, 150 people, all the way down to a few, handful. Right now you're cooking here. What do you think of our setup here?
Dude, this is fantastic. Like, not just as a studio, but as a kitchen. Like, you guys got this range is beautiful. You got an awesome hood, the height of everything. It's great. I feel comfortable.
Awesome.
Especially because you're here, bro.
Thanks, man. And
All right.
we've got to kick it all over the country. We were out in Cali together. We hosted the top cannabis chef competition. Got to showcase all kinds of talent and delicious food.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was
So-
cool. Do you know if we're going to be doing more? Is High Times going to be doing them from now on, or?
We gotta maybe revisit that.
Cool.
We'll talk
cool.
about that
I would
together.
I would love to be able to, keep it going. Even if maybe we do it here.
I mean, we've been talking about that, and
You know?
we have all the abilities here. So we actually, I know you said that this is the perfect height countertop. We actually have a wooden box / like stage that we roll out for some of our shorter chefs so that they can reach up here. So
Yeah, this is a little higher than normal.
Uh-huh.
This is the standard height.
Okay.
This is a touch higher, but I'm 6 foot, so it's okay. Also, it's like you just adjust. You adjust your shoulders, you adjust your elbow,
Rise it
and
up.
you make it happen. But also, I think it's better that it's higher because the way the food is displayed and everything. Like, I think you guys did a killer job putting this together. And I look forward to cooking here often, brother, for
awesome.
sure.
So what are you doing right now? You're salt and pepper.
Yeah, so I just got a little avocado oil on here, high
Massaging
heat.
it.
And what I'm doing is I'm gonna do these at a hard sear at a high heat. And then what I'm gonna do is cook the cauliflower rice or rice cauliflower at a lower heat. And this is looking beautiful. God, I can't wait to eat this ribeye.
That is a
This
beautiful
fat here is
steak
just
here.
beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
This is a ketogenic friend,
Oh, yeah.
best friend right here.
Oh yeah.
Cool, cool.
All right, so this is looking good. All right, so a little thing, if you're curious, if you're...
We got people watching in Albany, New York, New
Nice.
Zealand.
I know Albany, New York. I've been up there.
West Side. We got people in California, Colorado. Shout out to South Carolina, Texas.
Nice.
We got people in Missouri,
Nice.
Fort Smith, Arkansas.
Anybody in San Diego?
Holla.
Holla. Hey, so take a little water
A little
and
bit of water. Make sure it's hot, right?
spit the pan. All right, now it might get a little smoky in here, so we might have to turn on the hood here. So now I am just gonna let these go for
Do their thing,
Just
right?
so don't play with your meat. Your meat lets you know when it's ready to be flipped. As long as you have enough fat on there, what'll happen is as that Maillard reaction happens or that searing, it will release the meat from the bottom of the pan, and then you can give it a flip. And we're gonna we'll let this rest. These are about 1 inch thick. I'm gonna do my best to get these between medium rare and medium, okay?
Nice. Medium rare, medium. That's just the perfect temperature. This is Meat Madness right now in the Magical Butter Kitchen. We're going to do a real quick giveaway. Hype it up for all the people watching. Tuning in with us. We got Chef Brandon Allen right now. Right now, you guys share this video out for a chance to win a Magical Butter machine. If you're on on Twitch, hit us with some bits, and that's going to be a sure shot win to get some prizes. Mad love to all our friends and family watching. Man, it's starting to smell delicious in here,
yeah.
bro.
That's that delicious meat, man.
So
and that's
cauliflower
what
rice-
organic beef smells like, man.
You don't have to
So
actually
good.
put this in any water here.
No, so you could just like blanch it, but what I'm doing is I'm adding more fat. So I'm adding that ketogenic benefit of getting some amazing butter that's great with butyrate and protects the blood-brain barrier and all these other amazing things. And I'm just gonna let these just sweat at a low temperature in some butter. And that's also gonna just make it super, it'll give it more of like that rice has that glutinous aspect to it. It's not gluten, but it has that starchiness to it. So this is gonna aid in that starchy aspect that the rice would normally have.
And a lot of vegans love this cauliflower rice, right?
A lot of everyone loved the cauliflower rice, absolutely.
It's awesome. It is awesome. So we're cooking that in some butter here.
Anyone who's vegan.
Here you go.
Something you're missing out on. If you're not supplementing with algal oil, which is EPA omega-3, which comes from the sea, but it comes from sea plants, so algae.
Under the sea.
Most of that converts to DHA omega-3, which is the building block of the majority of our brain fat, as well as builds the membrane of our endocannabinoid receptors. So you need this fat. ALA omega-3, which is coming from land animals and vegetables, only anywhere from 0.1 to like up to maybe 5%, if that I've read, converts to DHA omega-3. So ALA omega-3 is an amazing energy source, okay? But it doesn't store the way DHA omega-3 does, and it doesn't convert the way EPA omega-3 does. So if you're vegan and you're not supplementing with algal oil, you're starving your brain and you are starving your endocannabinoid system. Outside of that, I don't care if you're vegan. Eat your bean sprouts and beans and all your veggies and stay away from the soy too much, but like, cool, embrace it, be vegan, but you gotta eat for yourself as well, okay?
So you can add this algae oil to your
take a pill. You just take a pill, that's it.
But you gotta be supplementing.
Absolutely.
Cool.
It's incredibly, incredibly important.
So the meat is just sizzling away here. Cauliflower rice simmering. I'm loving the way this is
Let's get some more butter in here.
Bro.
Wanna cut me like another,
you got
let's say like another tablespoon of Butterworth.
You got it, Butterworth. There we go.
Oh yeah.
Boom. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful color on that steak. Searing away here, live in the Magical Butter kitchen. We got Chef Brandon Allen blessing us with his delicious chef techniques. Whipping this up.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be
good.
good.
Cool, calm, and collected. We're killing the game today. We appreciate every single one of y'all out there tuning in live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. Share this video out with all your friends. Let them experience this with us.
Absolutely.
We're trying to break y'all off with some entertainment, but also a lot of education. And the information that you're spitting out today is stuff that people can apply to their everyday lives.
Yeah, it is. And, you know I'm not sitting here doing bong hits and dab rigs, and I'm like a little against the norm of what is the cannabis industry.
I don't think so.
But good.
Yeah.
Because I want to redefine what is cannabis. And, you know, the culture side will always be there, but I want my grandmother to be able to look at this plant and look at this style of food and understand the scientific benefits of it. And I want people who are prohibitioners that have all these reasons that they don't like this plant, and instead of just being like, oh, smoke it, dude, it'll make you feel better. No, I want to be able to break it down and be like, you have an endocannabinoid system. You have a plethora of receptors throughout your body, and you have endogenous cannabinoids that you produce that mirror those of this plant. And there's a reason that this plant can aid in all these different things in the sense of supplementation and medicinal benefits, and be able to break it down so there's no argument. It's, here are the facts. If you don't like those facts, we don't care, because facts don't care what your opinions are, and neither does science. It's all about the facts. So that's what my whole thing is. It's not just like providing factual information, it's also debunking some stoner myths out there, which are not helping
The stereotypes are really hurting us. But, you know, I wouldn't say you're not too far off from the norm right now. We've been doing this for many years.
You guys have,
We get to talk to people all over the country and patients, and a lot of people are more and more concerned and conscious on their consumption and how much they're taking in, what they're taking in, what are their delivery methods. So
I think it's good because you guys have a vessel that you're always talking about food, and you're much bigger than I am. So you're seeing a lot more people. But you know, it's like I go to different events and different things, and I see the same stuff and the same stuff, and it's like
oversaturated.
Yeah, it's like let's bring a different, let's bounce things. It's all about bounce. It doesn't have to be all keto and cannabis and microdosing.
This is just one little piece of it.
But I want to be able to provide a different perspective, if you will.
I appreciate your perspective. I know the people at home are really appreciating having you here live in the Magical Butter kitchen. It's always exciting to showcase, you know, different flavors and food styles. You're an absolute pro here. The way you make this food come together, we're showing you guys that it's not that hard. It's really easy. Take control of your own life. You can start creating delicious food today, tomorrow, whenever you choose. It doesn't have to be infused with cannabis, but Brandon seems to believe, I believe it as well, balancing out cannabinoids and ketones are gonna be key with making you feel great and pushing you towards health. So right now we're about to whip out this wok. We're walking it like we're talking it. About to make some rockin' ribeye stir high, complete with some cauliflower butter rice here. Baby, it's going down. The ribeyes are resting in the pan here.
Yeah, I shut this off because I wanted to get a nice little, I think we're gonna go a little bit longer.
Further, right? We don't want them to be rare.
So I'm working with this induction.
It's different.
And I wanna make sure that.
What's your preferred cook top? Like, are you more of a gas guy, electric? Are you into the induction?
I love gas. I love gas and cast iron and stainless steel for sure. So like, I just peeked in there. I know there's a couple of spots that are definitely more on the rare side. So, which is good. I'd much rather undercook and then reheat than overcook for sure.
You can never go back once you've overcooked it.
Especially with such a good meat like this. Damn.
Slow and low, take your time, be patient. You're putting all these delicious ingredients together. You want to make sure they come out the way you intend on it. And I mean, this right here, this ribeye stir fry, this is a top-notch dish. You could prepare this for your family, your friends, you know, world-renowned guests. I mean, this is a delicious meal here.
Oh yeah. Now we're gonna get a little lime zest into this cauli rice.
Lime zest?
Oh yeah, that's just gonna wake up the butter.
Ooh, the limonene here.
Oh yeah, definitely got some limonene.
I love it, I love it.
Okay.
Are you guys seeing this right now? We got these ribeyes sizzling away.
We got our
cauliflower
wok
rice.
is getting hot.
Beautiful.
So I'm gonna let that get a little hotter longer.
And we're gonna be utilizing some olive oil in there?
Yeah, so we're gonna infuse this at the very end.
Okay.
Just like we did on the first one. Just gonna top it off. I mean, if I were to infuse this, I could infuse the sauce, I can infuse the rice. There's so many things, but it's like, I wanna make sure, like, I don't wanna just infuse a pan like this, because what about all the cannabinoids that get left in there and then get put down the drain?
Yeah.
I wanna infuse my plate, and I want you to be able to infuse your plate. You know, and that's the beauty of just being able to drizzle it on. You can make whatever concentrated infusion with the Magical Butter machine. You can then dilute it if you want to, and then you can just drizzle a little on top.
And have complete control there.
Exactly.
That's beautiful. And then you're not gonna degrade any of these cannabinoids by overheating them in the pan or cooking them too long.
Okay, so that's looking good. Are you guys getting hungry back there?
It's smelling good.
Huh?
I could see our production team drooling, man. They're chomping at the bit for a bite of this meal.
All right, so these are definitely gonna hit probably around medium, which will be good.
So now we're gonna let these steaks rest for a few minutes.
So I'm gonna let that slide over here. Now, if you don't have a wok, what I would do at home right now is I would cook these veggies in that amazing flavorful ribeye fat.
Nothing goes to waste.
Yeah, exactly. Now, this wok is getting really hot. I can see it starting to smoke a little bit. Yep. So if I were to pour this in there, that heat would actually degrade that fat even more. Yeah, it wouldn't be that good of a deal to do. So
got it.
What we're gonna do is get all of our veggies here, ready to rock. We got our garlic and our ginger. I've got my oil, so I'm gonna add some of this oil in. And you see, I don't know if you can see, but the ribboning of it.
Beautiful.
See how it's ribboning along the sides? The ribbons, if you...
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
That's how you know it's
That's how
getting
you
hot.
know you got it nice and hot. And then, so what I'm gonna do is throw in some of the ginger and the garlic.
Beautiful.
Now, this is gonna cook fast, but what this is gonna do is basically season and flavor all of that fat.
Look at that smell that comes out of that pan instantly, right?
Yep.
So much. Wow. Wow.
Now, before they start to brown,
Yeah, because garlic, when it browns, it gets
can
a
get
bitter
real
flavor.
bitter. Yep.
Yeah.
So, which we're getting close there, where it's starting to brown, but I don't want it to brown too much.
Nope. And maybe low it.
No, I want to keep this heat nice and
Keep
high.
it stroking, right? Keep that fire stroking, y'all. Chef Brandon Allen making it happen. We got this ginger garlic mix right in the wok with some of that olive oil on a high heat right now, keeping it sizzling.
And this even could be higher for wok cooking. I mean, they have like jet-fueled ovens in some of these Asian restaurants where they have wok after wok.
High heat.
It's insane. So this is a little bit lower heat, so this will cook a little bit longer. Now, one of my favorite things from culinary school, I had one of these like old school ACF chefs, and when he was teaching our Asian class, he's like, it's called a stir fry, not a watch fry.
Ah.
So you keep it moving.
Stirring.
You're always keeping it moving.
You don't want to watch it.
No, not at all. Now, this should be a little bit higher of a heat. So I'm gonna let it sit for a little bit, but just keep that in mind. Even a saute means to jump. Okay, so when you're sauteing and when you're stir frying or you're cooking with a wok, you wanna keep your product moving.
And that's going to prevent any of it from overcooking or burning on any side.
Yeah, it's also going to keep it nice and balanced out. Now I'm going to add a little bit of salt in here, not to taste, but just to help pull out some of the moisture. I'm going to have my cilantro, my chives. I'm going to have everything ready here.
Walk it like we talk it. Walk it like we talk it. Woo! All right, all right. This is beautiful. Getting all the ingredients together. Keep it moving. It's a stir fry, not a watch fry. You heard Chef Brandon.
Hell yeah.
Brandon, get in here. Let's get a couple quick action shots when he's flipping and flopping.
All right.
You know it don't stop. We got the butter rice here, cauliflower rice. Super healthy and heady. Delicious base for our ribeye stir high.
Yeah, and this cauliflower is also going to have a little bit of a texture to it as well. So it doesn't get mushy like rice can if you overcook it.
Yeah.
And then even if you do kind of overcook this a little bit, it's cauliflower. And then you can be like, oh, it's not supposed to be like rice. Let's see.
It's a puree.
Oh. This thing likes to
Jump
turn off.
around, yeah.
Yeah.
It's safety protocols here. All right, we're mixing up this butter rice, cauliflower butter rice. Stir fries mixing up. Look at the techniques here. Wrist work. In the kitchen wrist, working with the stir fry. Chef Brennan Allen making us some stir fry. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
All right, what else do we need? We need our infusion. We can't forget about that. What we're gonna add. Let's get our plate that we're gonna do. Which one are you thinking?
Dun 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 dun. Need a plate. Let's go maybe square or under there.
Square.
Ooh, with the I like this one here.
All right, let's do that.
All right,
so we got a nice clean plate here.
Let's get some chopsticks out too. We got them in our
you got
prop
some
box,
chopsticks?
I think. Or actually right there in that tall spoon thing, or even up top maybe. Just use your eyes.
Thanks. I appreciate that, bud.
Woo! Look at this. I'm not as good as him. Little wiggle.
All right, so in the world of stir fry, we're gonna switch things up a bit actually, because that heat is not where I personally want it to be. So we're gonna go back to this delicious, delicious ribeye fat and avocado oil that's flavored with that ribeye as well. We're gonna do a little transfer here, man.
Transfer.
This is getting there, but you know what? For what we're doing, I don't know if it's the wok pan or maybe we just need higher flames here. Either way, we're gonna make this happen.
We're gonna walk and roll, right?
We're gonna walk and roll.
Walk it like we talk it. We got all the wok puns for you. Making it happen right now. Chef Brandon Allen whipping up this stir high, stir fry. What are we gonna do with all this flavor?
We're gonna throw that into here.
Little transfer.
Yep.
I got it.
And this is gonna get done faster.
This is gonna get interesting.
There we go.
Listen to that sizzle. That's what you're looking for, guys. It's the sizzler.
And now we're getting all this beautiful flavor from the ribeye.
Wow.
We also just kind of deglazed the pan a little bit because the moisture from these veggies thrown in here is gonna help pull up some of the fond or the browning little bits that are left over at the bottom of the pan here. Yeah, this is what we're looking for.
Give it a nice
Smell
flavor.
that ginger, the garlic, man.
It's everything you ever wanted. This is the ultimate stir fry.
So this is called recovery or improvising. You know, if you have something that's not working, find something else that you know will.
And it'd be like that in the kitchen sometimes.
It'd be like that,
right?
especially in a competitive kitchen, brother.
Wow. Yeah, let's talk about some of the things that went on during your competition. I mean, from the heat not working.
Oh yeah, you guys had those little
fire.
tiny propane
It was difficult,
ranges.
right?
Yeah, it was.
But I mean,
We're gonna throw our
prevailed,
shroomies in now.
made it happen. We're dropping some shrooms in here, shiitake style.
Ooh, I love me some shrooms.
Me too, sir. Me too, sir. Me too. One day we'll be bringing you guys the ultimate recipes, fully infused with magical mushrooms.
Someday. Someday.
Cool. This is smelling so good, bro. I'm like actually starving right now.
Is any?
My belly is
I wonder
grumbling.
if anyone is watching right now.
Oh, they're totally watching.
On shrooms.
The man?
Yeah, because that'd be fun to watch. I guess we could be sitting here staring at the wall and it'd still be fun to watch.
Yeah,
You know?
if you guys are watching under the influence of anything, you don't have to let us know, but we appreciate you. Hit us with an alien emoji if you're feeling on that level.
Yeah.
That's the low-key lingo. All the headies, we're here on Earth cooking some amazing food with Chef Brandon Allen. The best food in this dimension, guys.
So what's interesting about the ketogenic diet is that the ingredients in these foods aid in neurogenesis, which is something that we didn't even know that we could grow and create new neurons until like the late 90s. So we know that we can now grow new neurons
in our brain,
and we can aid in neurogenesis. The foods in cannabis, or the foods in the ketogenic diet, not only aid in neurogenesis, but the survival of those neurons once they are created. Because just because they're created doesn't mean they survive. I just threw in the sauce.
What kind of sauce is that there?
So that's got the coconut aminos, some jalapeno, a little garlic, and fresh ginger with some scallions. And then this is just going to kind of bring this together.
All together, like a marriage.
We got our cauli rice here. Got a nice little texture to it, so it's not just mushy. We don't want that.
None of that.
And then this is
all the vegetables you could ever want here. We got 4 different peppers, zucchinis, shiitake mushrooms, onions.
And then look, look at all, see how the bottom of the pan is pretty much clean now?
Deglazed.
So you see that? That was like, see these brown bits? That was everywhere. Now it's pretty much clean, so all that beautiful flavor from those ribeye steaks are now just everywhere.
Wow, this is delicious. We're making a ketogenic friendly stir fry. We're calling it the Ribeye Stir High, complete with cauliflower rice, prepared by our friend Chef Brandon Allen. Holding it down right now.
I think we're ready here.
Let's do it. We're about to assemble this plate.
We're gonna put
if you guys are just tuning in, thank you guys for joining us from the Chong Network. If your friends tagged you in this video, they did it for a reason. They wanted you to experience this with them. They're very proud of what we're putting together today. Teaching you guys about delicious, healthy cuisine infused with cannabis. All right. So you put some fresh chopped cilantro in there?
Yeah, I just threw in some fresh cilantro. And now we're gonna do a little slice and dice here.
I love that. I love that.
Let's grab...
What you need there, my friend?
I was thinking of grabbing one of my other knives, but I think we'll make it work where we're at. I need some tongs, which are over here.
Tongies. All right. Now we're gonna grab our meat here. It's been resting.
You always rest your meat.
And why is it important to let your meat rest?
So it helps maintain a lot of the moisture and the juices that are in the meat. It does come out when you do cut it, and you can see a lot of it came out there, but it also lets it finish cooking. And then what you want to do is cut against the grain. So I'm seeing the grain right here. It's kind of going this way, so we're going to cut against it. And first, I'm going to get rid of this to start. And that way
all that excess fat?
Oh, it's good though. I'm going to eat it for sure. And then...
slicing that up. Look at this. And this is the perfect thinly sliced ribeye to complete your stir fry. We're gonna assemble all of that here soon and show you guys.
And this is like a perfect medium rare too.
Beautiful. So if you would have cut into that steak hot off the plate, all these juices would be gushing out.
Yeah, and it would have been further undercooked too. Like you can even see it got a little thicker in the center. So this is, yeah, that's like a medium rare, and then some of these are kind of medium towards the end.
Perfect.
But everyone's definition of medium and medium rare and all that are kind of different. But you can see that last cut there.
A little bit
it's
more
because
rare.
It's because of all of this
that thick
was around it. You know, so
yeah.
That's cool though. You get different textures, different flavors, and then. I think we'll save that for us and for these guys.
For the dudes behind the scenes.
Yeah, for a little later. I'll slice some of that up and we'll let y'all take a snack. But this is going to be good to plate up. And let's do it. So
let's do it.
Y'all hungry?
Yeah.
All right. No,
Everybody
I'm not talking to you, man.
Guys hungry?
I'm talking to them watching.
I think they're getting hungry out there for sure.
Okay, so try and tidy up here just a tiny little bit.
Yeah, we're gonna save that steak for the guys behind the scenes.
Absolutely.
Little action.
Because they deserve it. Everyone say, hi guys behind the scene.
Hey guys behind the scenes.
All right, so nothing fancy about this. It's a stir fry.
But cauliflower rice is a little bit fancy.
It's a lot healthy. That's what it is.
This is a fun meal you can create at home very easily. Serve it to your family, or even make it for yourself and have it for the next day or two.
Oh yeah,
Makes
definitely.
great leftovers.
This you could reheat and do an omelet with in the morning.
Wow, so let's talk about all the different vegetables and mixtures of flavors.
Yeah,
here.
so we have some onion, some zucchini, mini bell peppers, some garlic, shiitake mushrooms, and some fresh ginger in here.
Ginger.
And we used a coconut amino with a little bit of jalapeno, and then fresh ginger, fresh garlic, some minced up chives, and a little bit of sesame oil. Toasted sesame oil would have just like brought this to a whole other level. And then what we're gonna do here is take this beautiful ribeye.
Wow, look at that.
We're just gonna throw that right on top.
Boom.
We're not gonna get too fancy. And then I'm gonna take some lime juice. There's a lot of good fats in here, and they got that butter, and then this is just going to give you that nice little bit of acid.
Complement these flavors so well.
And now, normally when I do meat like this, I always finish it with more extra virgin olive oil.
Right.
Okay? So being able to now infuse this dish, because I diluted this with fresh organic extra virgin olive oil, the slight bitter floral flavor of the olive oil is gonna be beautiful on this. So there's 1.25 milligrams. There's 2.5 milligrams. Like I said, I'm a microdose guy, so we'll do 5 milligrams total for this.
Wow.
And now, again, you can put as much on here as you want. Personally, me, I'm a microdose guy.
So
and
about
then
5 milligrams total here.
And we're gonna finish this off with some more larger pieces of cilantro, because it's basically, I love getting the little fresh pop of the stem, like this whole piece here. The whole plant of cilantro is completely edible. And then, what else do we got? A couple little things. We got some chives somewhere. Or not chives, some scallion, some green onion.
Wow, look at this.
And then we're gonna finish this off with a little bit more lime zest.
A little bit of zest. Beautiful. Look at that, guys. This is the Ribeye Stir High.
And there we go.
Wow, put that right on Front Street for everyone to observe.
I want to eat that. I'm excited.
So we're gonna give you a chance to eat this. Let's do a quick recap on all the food that we created today, starting with this stir fry. I mean, what a beautiful dish.
Absolutely. So just got done working on our stir fry for y'all who just joined. The base is a cauliflower rice, or riced cauliflower, that is just lowly cooked with a little bit of butter, some lime zest in there, and a touch of salt. Very, very simple. And then I have a vegetable medley that we did a half wok cook, and then we brought it over into the pan that we cooked the ribeye in, because of all those leftover amazing juices from that flavorful ribeye that were in the pan. And with this induction burner, we got a little bit hotter, so we finished off our stir fry with that, or our stir high.
Yeah.
And that has some onion, garlic, ginger, zucchini, bell pepper, shiitake mushroom, and then I made a coconut amino sauce instead of using soy sauce, so it's not only vegan, it's gluten-free, and it's low carbohydrate, and it's soy-free as well, and it's got a nice sweet flavor to it. And that has some fresh ginger, jalapeno, scallions, and garlic as well. Top this with a little bit of lime juice, the ribeye, lime zest, some fresh cilantro, and damn, I'm hungry for that.
Wow, I mean, that one is making me drool.
Right?
We also created a couple other delicious dishes.
Absolutely.
This BLT lettuce wrap. Let's talk about that. I mean, you started it off, you showed everyone how to make an infused mayo from scratch. I mean, that was exciting.
Yeah, it's, you know, one, it's avocado oil, so it's a lot healthier than the majority of other mayonnaise that you can buy in the store right now. They're utilizing soy and safflower and sunflower and canola oils and things like that are definitely not keto. They're pro-inflammatory. So we did a basil and infused avocado oil mayonnaise from scratch with a pastured chicken yolk from there, chicken egg yolk. So we have a lettuce cup or a lettuce wrap with some of the mayo, some really nice extra sharp cheddar cheese. I have some beautiful ripe tomatoes we sliced and threw in there with some crispy, thick cut bacon, a little pickled onions, and some cilantro on top of there, just like as a quick little snack. for lunch, something that's easy to build in no time. You can make these ingredients ahead of time and have them for a few days. And then we started off the morning with a Brussels bowl. So think of it like a breakfast Brussels bowl. And usually my breakfast is a fat coffee that with MCT oil and microdose THC and CBD and butter, and I get like 600 to 800 calories just in my Yeti giant coffee in the morning. And then I fast throughout the entire day until I have one of these types of meals. But when I do make breakfast and my lady and I have the day off together and we want to cook, I love roasting Brussels because it's quick and it's easy. Plus they're super high in dense phytonutrients as well as low carbohydrate because of the high fiber. So that's our base, and then we've got a lemon whipped ricotta that we infuse, or actually we didn't infuse it, but you could have infused it. Yeah. We have some maple caramelized onions, a fried egg with some cilantro and parsley on top, pickled red onions, that bacon, and a little bit of lemon zest, and it's just like, I want to eat all these right now.
Wow, I want to eat them too. I can't believe.
I feel like I'm high right now. I'm not even anything.
We're not even
because
high.
I'm like I'm having such a good time, but I feel like I have the munchies right now because this all is like
Bro, just cook.
I'm happy with what I created. Let's just say that.
Cooking this stuff has got to give you a high.
It does,
and
man.
You're cooking in the kitchen all over the world. You're going to be cooking in the kitchen with us the rest of the week.
Absolutely.
Where can people find you if they're looking to follow along and see the journeys of Chef Brandon Allen?
Absolutely. So definitely on my Instagram, that's where I put a lot of my content. So Chef Brandon Allen, BRANDONALLEN. I'm sure these guys have it up on the screen. If not, rock it. But right now, because of everything happening within the cannabis world and social media networks that are shutting down the voices of cannabis activists and trying to normalize and end this prohibition, well, they're hitting us where it hurts, which is with our voice. So accounts are getting deleted and all these different things. So I was starting to focus a lot of stuff on YouTube, which you can find me at, just type in Chef Brandon Allen on YouTube. But what I'm doing is really kicking off with my Patreon channel, and it's only $1 a month to join. And what I'm doing is creating like a guide, my cannabis and ketosis guide, so I can show you what to eat and why, and how to cook it, and what macros you need to focus on. So you can join there, and that's patreon.com/Chef Brandon Allen. So patreon.com/Chef Brandon Allen. And the link on my Instagram will also take you to the Patreon channel. So Chef Brandon Allen, just look me up, follow me. We're gonna be giving away, I'm gonna be giving away a magical butter machine to someone who joins my Patreon. So, hey, even if you do it for the month and then you cancel it, hey, you might even get a chance to
win a quick
But
prize.
hey, maybe you're gonna be like, this stuff's pretty interesting.
I'm into it.
I want to learn more.
I'm going to try ketones myself.
Yeah, we're going to get into ketosis together.
You also have your own website, chefbrandonallen.com.
Yeah, Chef Brandon Allen,
simple, easy,
yeah, very simple.
Easy to get in contact. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in. It's been a lot of fun. We're going to continue to cook with you all week long in the kitchen. So make sure you guys tune in the rest of the week. We're going to continue to be bringing out these ketogenic recipes and also be bringing out exciting chefs with new recipes every single week. Make sure you guys join us for the rest of this week. We're going to be sending it over right now. Our homies are next door in the fort, getting ready to play some Fortnite. Shout out to Austin and Alex next door. Give it up for Chef Brandon Allen. Much thanks to you, my friend.
Thanks, brother.
We appreciate you. I know the whole team is happy to have you here. All the followers have given nothing but positive feedback.
Thank you so much, folks.
We can't wait to indulge on these meals.
Me too.
And thank you so much, brother. Mad love. Hey, Austin, what you doing over there? We're about to send it to you and play a little bit of Fortnite.
Let's see when we're live.
Yo, we're live. We're here, man.
Yeah.
We're over here. I'm hanging with my boy Alex.
What's good?
We have the ultimate gamer setup, and we're about to show y'all some Fortnite love. Let you know how to bring home some of those W's. Shout out, we're live on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, even on our website at MagicalButter.com. We hope you're tuning in every way possible on every different platform.
Oh yeah.
So, what's up, Alex? You ready to get it going,
Dude,
man?
let's do it, man.
We got
Been playing for a little. Let's try and get a dub.
That's right. We got a couple practice rounds in, so we're actually squatted up too. We're not 2-on-2 or solo today. We got a 4-man team ready to run this game.
Elite squad
So
right here.
let's see what we got. And I think, are you the leader?
I'm the leader right now. I got my cousin Jake in here, and then one of my boys Danny with me.
Man, so we got his cousin and his boy Danny. Shout out to them. let's see, what are their names on here? Is that Squidly and then
in the last Lally.
Yep.
and the last Lally? What does that mean? It's like,
That's actually my last name. So
oh, is it?
Yeah, I put mine as the Just. Actually, our entire family has our entire names on it.
I wasn't expecting such a simple answer. Like, it's just my last name.
Nah, exactly.
Just my last name. Oh, that's funny. Well, cool. Well, we're following along. I got my comments here, y'all. So everyone on Twitch, shout out to the Prime Jobber, Wasp Red, Stone Grand, all these folks on here. Look at that. They've been asking for, it looks like, for Pocket Austin while we're here. That's like the terrible hashtag they've given me, man. That's right, you know these Twitch people. These Twitchers, man, they're crazy.
Hilarious.
They're crazy.
You guys about to get first place?
Oh, dude,
About to get
we're gonna
first
do our
place.
best
I'm gonna
here,
play
man.
with the
Oh,
mic in my
yeah.
hand too.
Give me a hashtag chug it.
I'm gonna chug this Xbox. So yeah, if you haven't played Fortnite before, it's all about building forts and I guess winning on a team. You would say, like, what is the point of this game, man?
Well, as I'm sure you've seen in plenty of y'all's streams with it, 100 people in a game, and pretty much it's a fight to the finish.
So it's 4 man on a team, 100 people in the game,
You want to hit risky
elimination
reels?
style.
I'm game.
Yeah. Oh look, these people are looking for first place wins.
All right, let's do it. We're dropping the
Oh,
risky
they already
reels right
dropped.
now, man.
They already dropped on
One
one.
new portions of the map right now.
So, when we get the cameraman in here too, I'm gonna show you all the most craziest setup we got for Fortnite right now. This is literally like a gamer's dream.
Dude, yeah,
This
definitely.
setup that we're playing on.
I feel like I'm
Like,
just
we're playing
sleepover
Fortnite
from
together.
back in the day, man.
Yeah, right. Like a little sleepover.
Exactly.
Shout out to our boy Wade Durbin throwing in some purple pyramids. It looks like he's going for your boy Squidly, man.
Oh yeah, dude, Squidly.
He threw
He's an
purple
animal,
pyramids. That's why Squidly's the man. He's
Oh,
good.
dude, hey, both of them are, man. They're both
Oh,
elite
man.
players.
And if anyone
we got
out
a
there wants
squad
to
drop
play,
in here.
Yeah, show us a little invite. Where'd you guys go?
Squad drop in here.
Another one? Oh, show them the setup too, man. Look at this amazing setup we got going on right now. We have 2 TVs.
Damn, I only got a pistol.
Oh,
here.
look.
I'm so screwed.
Oh, battle to the death. Battle to the death. Oh, the death. Damn it. All right.
No, Austin. my
I know, I got walked up on a quick crowd, man. Shit.
Oh, dude, Squidly, I thought you were someone else. Freaking me
Oh,
out, dude.
there it is.
Austin. 4
Knocked
minutes
out.
All right, let's stay
I was
let's
number
stay
1 to
close,
die.
buddy.
I think I was number 1 to die. So, if y'all, that was my practice run. That was my practice run.
You leave women the same kind of.
Guys on me. Guys on me.
I'm first out. You gotta put that Twitch chat on dark mode. Oh, I guess they can see our Twitch chat.
Okay, guys, one's down.
Put it on dark mode, bro.
I hit that dude 75 with
And we're rooting on our boy
hand cannon.
Alex because I already got
He's coming to kill me.
knocked
He's
out.
killing me.
Look at Wade Durbin. Boom. Look at that, man. Can they see that?
Oh, I got him. Let's get it. What?
Oh, did you die?
I got him with the grenade. Let's go.
Oh, your boy's healing you?
Yeah.
See
Oh,
that?
win.
Almost three people. Dang, yeah. Just didn't do it.
I'm reading in on the comments.
take
Thanks for
those,
all the
I'll take
pyramids
those,
out there.
rockets.
Those are my favorites. If y'all don't know what the pyramids are, those are like bits. I don't understand.
Take these
fully how they
rockets
work
too.
yet,
There's rockets
but,
over here too.
Apparently they're a good thing. That's what we're looking for.
Alright, Jake.
Do you have a med kit? Do you have a med kit?
Use that
He's,
bad boy right now.
Yeah.
There, yeah, you need
Let's
a
start
med
heading
kit.
towards people. We
You
might
need a
as well.
med kit all day. You only got 30 out of your 100 health.
Exactly. Almost dead.
And as you can see, it's like a time game. If you got to use some
Oh,
health, it's
yeah.
not immediate. You got about 3 seconds of wait time before you're in there.
Not rush greatness.
And as you're playing, if you haven't played Fortnite, I guess it's like a circle that gets smaller, right?
Yeah,
As you
so
go.
pretty much we
Yeah,
got
show
a
'em, man.
minute
That's
40 until this storm ends up coming at us. We got a circle right there that's pretty much gonna point out where we're going to.
And then that circle
And,
will close. Like there's a
yes.
storm. If you get caught out of that circle, you're done.
Yeah,
Got you
hopefully
right,
we-
Lally.
hopefully-
Got you right. Got you right at
Got
the
it right?
houses.
Oh crap! Sorry.
Oh yeah, see, I'm talking to him. We're trying to win out here. I'm asking.
I hit him once headshot. I hit him once
Where
for a
the heck
headshot.
even is he?
He's low health.
Down at the
Oh
houses.
look, that's why Lolly's 2 man.
Behind that house.
Get it,
Oh,
boys.
yeah, definitely.
That looks
They're on
like some of
squad.
your homies.
Rooting them on. Let's see what you got, man.
Come on, come on.
Is your last name Lally too? You're like,
He's back. He's back. He's running away. Southwest.
Oh, there he is.
Nice.
Well done, son.
Got him.
Nice one. Did you get the kill?
My boy did. Jake.
Blue burst
Nice
for you.
one.
Blue
Oh,
burst.
yeah, I'll definitely take that burst.
Damn, the come up. Pillage.
Trying hard.
Take
man.
everything.
This would be pretty wild if me and you pull this off, Jake.
Shout out to Tomato
Oh,
Town.
we're getting it.
Oh, yeah.
My boys are going up in Tomato Town. They're gonna hang
Get some
out
mats.
in a little fast food joint, maybe. Ooh, pizza spot.
Yeah, hopefully this hasn't
In the
been
pizza
raided,
spot.
man.
Maybe we'll find
That
Chef
would be
Brandon
sick
Allen in
if
there
it
cooking some
hasn't been.
pizzas.
Nope,
All
not
keto
today.
style.
Not today. Chef Allen is making something way better than
Man,
that.
you can call a Ketosis pizza a pizza. Is that a
Pizza?
cool thing? Like a keto pizza? There's gonna be a keto guy out there. Don't take that from me, Brandon.
Exactly.
Keto is my name. Oh man, yeah, pizzas would probably be good.
All right, Jake. This
Seems like there's bacon in
Blue
ketosis, so
shotty
I'm into that.
over there.
Shout out to all the bacon and ketosis.
I have one. I went up top.
Oh yeah, nice double chest. I got it.
Yeah,
Launch
come
it
on
down
in,
here.
man.
What's good, dude? How
Come
we
on
doing?
in. We got the chef himself coming down to hang with
so
us.
hyped.
I am starved. You
How
guys,
you
is
eating
that,
on
man?
there? Is
Dude,
that some
this
stir
is
fry?
delicious.
this is
in
the
there,
stir
dude.
high.
Oh,
So
stir
the
make
stir
sure
fry.
when y'all are done beating people up or whatever
Check.
you're doing.
I mean,
Ben, you ever watched Fortnite
150,
before?
150,
No.
out,
Oh no, this is a crazy
so
game, isn't it?
like I would actually call him like a best friend now.
Oh, headshot,
Jordan
headshot.
Gilbert. He's a Counter-Strike player.
done, Jake.
He lives.
Oh, yeah.
He's
That's-
like a pro player, and he
Counter-Strike
lives
is,
across the courtyard from me. So
old-fashioned game.
we enjoy our herbs, and I cook, and he's been teaching me how to play Counter-Strike.
Counter-Strike.
It's hilarious. 'cause
That's a serious game too. That's competitive.
Oh, dude.
That's like real
Jake, there are
competitive.
people over there, I'm pretty sure.
How would you
There's
say
guys on our
like,
right
that's kind
here.
of a cool
John,
story 'cause
yeah.
I've
Alex,
like played
Alex,
video
come in.
games for like
Alex,
that's
come in.
like always been like my little getaway always. Even like after work, like you buy one, you don't
Yeah.
gotta go out and spend a bunch of money. You got your game, you can play with your friends.
I play
No way.
like
I cannot
every
believe I didn't hit him.
6
people
weeks.
behind us.
I'll sit down with my Xbox 360 and I'll play Modern Warfare
Modern Warfare, so
for
we've got
like
people coming up, Jake, people
4
coming up.
hours, 6 hours. I'll
Yeah,
get
I'm
high,
hearing
I'll drink a bottle of wine or something. My girlfriend now, she's a night nurse. She went
Yeah.
from days to nights. So like, I'll just like veg out, I'll play, and it's mindless to me. And it's like,
it's the
you heard
funnest
how much
thing
I
ever.
just talked in there cooking. Like that's me nonstop when I'm by myself. So, like
Like how
so-
you're thinking.
yeah, so it's like it's a
They're on
good
top
way
that
to
hill.
just, like, escape and just relax and like
Dude,
focus
that's
on
crazy.
something that's not cannabis, it's not cooking, it's not medical journals.
I knocked
about
one.
stuff. It's just like an escape. So for sure.
It's an escape. That's exactly how I use it. And I've actually haven't really heard anyone else say it. So we didn't even like this ain't scripted or nothing. That's really cool to hear.
Well,
That's
it
what-
wasn't scripted for me to come eat my lunch.
I know it's like yeah, and then like this is just off the bat, no big deal. But that's like when I play the video games, that's how I feel. When I go out and I get home, let's say I had a really long work day, you go home, shoot a couple zombies,
Oh, dude,
beat a
zombies
couple
is the
rounds.
best,
Yeah, man.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I'm a zombies killer, man.
Oh
you
my
go
God.
like that's the getaway. It like you're saying like you disappear.
Or play
for 4 hours.
some Mario Kart.
Oh yeah, Mario
Kart.
Kart, of
Oh my
course. That's too competitive almost.
Way too
Like, you can't even play that with your
I
friends.
swear so many people still play that too. It's ridiculous.
Like I could
God.
play with my friends till like 25.
Oh, it's so much
Then like
fun
too
when
much
you
money
understand.
started getting involved, and too many real like a happy face banana could really destroy a friendship. Believe it or not. What a happy face banana could do to a friendship.
So, how many people are you playing with right now?
Right now, we're playing with him and then 2 of my other friends as well that I got
Nice.
online.
So we got a
Those
4-man
little
pack,
guys. Oh yeah, man.
and
No
then
wolf left behind
what this is, they throw us into a 100-person game.
until you die.
So I'll even show you.
Okay.
Like, see up there, like there's 99 people.
What's this called again?
Fortnite?
Okay. My buddy was playing this and showing it to me, where they like drop you and then
Yeah.
and doesn't the space get smaller and
Fortnite.
smaller? Okay,
Yeah.
alright. I just enjoyed watching him play this for like an hour.
It's a pretty
Very
fun
entertaining.
game. There's a lot of stuff that I will say, like, I'll give it to him. Like, I'm not usually into these games, but there's just so much that's fun for it. Like, you're in a party bus.
Down for
Can
anarchy.
you hear all the stuff over there?
Oh, I can hear everything in my
Yeah.
in my headset. It's all good.
Yeah, usually you could hear a TV too, and it has like a bunch of. a bunch of different noises.
To the who's.
Hitting Anarchy if you want to drop with.
If our mic team can throw us up that noise over here too. Cool. Yeah, so now look, we're all parachuting in. He's got way
like
cooler.
You're a sleepover from back in the day, man.
Dude, can we make a sofa fort?
Oh man, let's do it.
Forget Fortnite. This is sofa fort. Oh man, we got Walmart right up the road.
Actually, it does because the way you have the lighting here too. Except when I was a kid playing video games, I didn't have two 40-some-inch TVs
exactly.
3.
Big old
I had like
box screen.
I had the box with like the turn when I had
oh man, that's
the
real.
13-inch that I had like at my first Super Nintendo.
That was the first TV you ever had.
And I'd play Super Nintendo. Obviously, Super
Did anybody
Mario
else
Brothers,
land
but
here?
more of the original OG Mortal Kombat. And I knew every death move there was. And I was like,
I don't think anyone else
6 years
landed.
old. I'm like, down, up, right,
Fatality.
Fatality.
6-year-old just ripped the spine out of the back of this man.
But I didn't have anyone on the other end to be like, take that, you motherfucker. You know, like it was just me as a kid. So like, I don't know. I can't imagine like 6-year-olds that are playing this stuff now.
Oh,
the things that they say,
It's
sometimes they make me feel embarrassed of what they call me.
I know. That's what I was saying. I was like, man, sometimes you gotta watch out, man. These gamers, man, they get a little loose.
Launchpad.
They know how to talk.
Launchpad.
All right, well, I'm gonna get a refill and go clean up the kitchen.
Dude,
so,
yeah.
have fun,
we love
guys.
you, Brandon.
I appreciate
Thanks for
it.
stopping in and jumping in on Fortnite.
Thanks.
If you want to get around in, man, you're more than welcome.
Let us know.
I might be down with that a little later.
Yeah,
dude.
Come get around in, man. We got 2.
Alright, guys.
Take it easy.
Man, well, there y'all have it. Chef Brandon coming in just to take a break from his cooking experience.
And that's
eat a little
so
stir-fry.
good too, man. Oh my god.
I know. I'm excited to go try something. He had to come in here and tease us a little bit. Let us know, like, man. And just so everyone knows, like, if y'all hear a bunch of muffling, like, that's from my mic. Sorry, I got to put it down over here next to my leg.
All right, we're still
Alex, come here.
What's up, buddy?
I got a mini for you right
Oh,
against
yeah,
me.
I'll take that, please.
And here we go. So,
Oh, dude, don't you hate when you're trying to grab something that just closes the door? It's the worst thing in the world.
so we're chilling together, squad. I
Yeah,
think
man.
we need to go ahead and,
we got a good little squad.
I think we need to
or a
move
good
out.
little, circle.
Your boy
Placement.
Squidly's already on the way.
Look at that. Dan
Let
the
me
man
keep up with
already
these
gone.
comments here. Man,
Just checking out.
Man, everyone in the comments, there's so many coming in, I can't even keep up. I just see a name called Soft
Yeah, I got a
Noodle
mini for you.
Jones.
That's the one I just saw.
Shout out to Soft Noodle Jones and your great name.
Oh, dude, I love looking at great names like
Oh,
that, man. It's
man.
my favorite thing about, honestly.
You gotta
like,
take
having
your
games
noodles out of the water, man.
Yo, my favorite one, none of y'all take this on TV
Oh,
right
dude, you
now,
gotta be
dude.
careful. It's already
Oh,
taken as soon as you
I
say
know.
it.
Well, I'm like offering, I'm about to like offer money to the person who has this gamer tag. I've already checked. If it's,
Wet tuna.
Wet
Wet
tuna,
tuna.
dude. Just
Wet
plain
tuna.
simple. Wet space tuna, man.
Oh,
Greatest
man.
gamer tag around.
You gotta be careful with that stuff, because we tried to do that and we went, and there was like, we tried to get our full Snapchat name.
Yeah.
And there was a really cool guy who just had Magical Butter as his Snapchat.
No grenades coming in, unless that was you.
That
We
was
thought
me.
we were like, oh,
That
yeah,
was-
we'll
I was
just buy his
chucking
account from
nades.
him. No big deal. You know, we're all cool. We'll figure out something that he likes.
People
We'll go
have
in.
been
You know, we'll have our own Magical Butter account. It'd be sweet. Well, I guess
I don't really
as soon
care.
as
I
we
wouldn't be
go
an
and
asshole,
get
but
the
that's
account,
good.
and he was really nice about it too. And like, you know, everything went through. We went to like sign in and do it under ours. It like deleted it completely. So then it was like gone forever, and you
Yeah, I'm
couldn't
sure
use
you're
the
like,
name anymore. So I was like, oh no, that was total backfire. We just lost everything. But we were still cool with the guy. He was, like I said, a super cool guy. Very friendly. I don't remember your name, guy, but you were awesome. Shout out to you if you're watching, thinking we're a bunch of crazy assholes that messed that all up. But we love you. We love you, and we wish we could have had that name. But our Snapchat name is awesome. Go and follow it. I think it is just Magical Butter still, but caps instead of regular. Yeah, just regular old Magical Butter. If one of our godly voices wants to come in above us and shout out the Magical Butter Snapchat, that would be awesome. Not that we have that,
Y'all want to hit
Sometimes
that
that
dusty
happens.
divot, man?
They're over there eating.
I have a
That's how
launch
know
pad.
they're
You
over
want a
there
launch
eating,
pad
man.
right
They're not
into
even
it?
listening to the
You want a
mics.
launch pad into it,
Making
Alex?
sure we're saying the right things. There is
Say it again.
eating, boy.
Let's do it.
Which I don't blame him.
Hit that dusty.
That egg stuff looked really good.
Yeah, it smelled so good.
Oh yeah,
I
the
can't
bacon.
stop
Yeah,
thinking
allow
about
it.
I know.
was
I
good.
can't stop thinking about the bacon.
Oh,
Hey.
yeah.
Oh!
Yeah, we'll just start
Oh,
thinking.
yeah. Thank you.
Oh my god.
Wow.
That's better than bacon.
That was, oh my god.
Oh my god.
That was so
Oh, this guy's
good.
195.
Don't tease me with that.
195. Holy shit, I can't even focus right now.
Yeah,
dude.
that was delicious. That was absolutely delicious.
Alright, launch pad, baby. Let's
Not
do
only
it.
delicious, like man, that just me
That
and
was
Brandon
so
just
freaking
bonded in a
good.
way I
That guy
wasn't
just killed himself. That
expecting.
guy just killed
That was
himself.
beautiful. We're pretty much family at this point.
was
He's got a
delicious.
scar. He's got a
He's
scar.
got a scar and he just killed him.
Oh man,
Wow.
that was
Yeah.
absolutely delicious.
Well
So
done.
if you guys were watching Brendan make that recipe, you better go and check
Yo, there's
it
a
out.
team here. There's a team here inside
Where's
Dusty
Everyone's gotta
Divot.
try some of that.
Dusty Divot.
Especially if it's infused.
He's like about the food.
Yeah, I just
Oh,
destroyed
I
that.
got a guy
I just
over here.
destroyed that dude.
Where's my team at? Oh shit.
Dude, where are you?
Oh man, look. We're gonna hide behind a rock.
Yo, coming into Dusty
It's
Divot.
like just hiding behind a rock.
I hit the
over
dude
here,
30.
Don't mind me.
Where the
I
hell
hit the dude
Oh,
30
look,
with a
he's
hand
trying to
cannon
get
from
me.
way out, up on
Hey,
the
there's a guy-
hill.
Oh yeah, shoot that guy. My teammate's on my side.
You
right
said
now.
northeast?
Oh, you're getting him.
Yeah, northwest.
I don't have any mats.
Oh,
there they
get
are.
him.
You're getting them. You got it.
Get him.
Oh, Rocket's
Oh,
coming
I
in,
shot
no
him
way.
once. Finally, there's two.
How low is that guy? I hit him 4 times. Oh, behind
Yo,
you
up
guys.
on the hill
Guys,
behind us.
On the right, on the right, on the right. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh, I got no mats at all, but oh man, nothing.
Hey, homie's got
And not the one dude up
Someone
there.
come build, man. Someone come build it.
Help me.
Oh no, I don't have any mats, man. This is horrible.
Oh, I don't have any.
Yeah, I'm about to drop you a med kit in 2 minutes.
Damn it.
I got 2 minis. Medkit's good though.
Totally full.
I have. Oh my God, someone up here as well. I'm sorry.
I knocked one of their dudes over there.
Need help over here, boys. I got nothing but like short range.
There it is. Taken out. Just like that.
Yep. Oh man,
I gotta
I'm gonna
see.
get one of these crystals and go screw.
What are
this
these
guy up
comments
right here.
saying, man?
No.
Oh man. Look at
Oh
these.
my God.
What's up, Joel Osteen? Getting a lot of love in our chat. Shout out to Joel Osteen in our
That's
chat.
what I am
I
talking
wasn't sure,
about,
like we were
baby.
assuming
Let's
that it
go.
wasn't
I
him, but
told you.
he just verified that that's really him. So I'm gonna go with the verification that I saw. Shout out, much love. We appreciate you joining us.
Oh, no rockets at all.
$100 tiers for my boy, the Great Builder. Yeah, that's exactly what that is.
Come here, buddy. I'm gonna get you up, Austin.
If you can save me, that would be
Yeah,
incredible.
my boy. Let's go.
Holy cow!
Come
I
on.
did not expect that.
Nah.
What? How'd you guys get tatted up?
Got you, dude.
Oh, that's a chick. You're all. Oh, no! Damn it! Dude!
Yo, all right, Jake.
Oh.
Time to shine, baby.
We were so confident in that revive.
No.
Oh, man.
Yes. Nice little porta.
Down to a one-man attack.
Over.
There's 35 people left though. That's a lot of 1-on-4s homie's got to get through. How did he revive? Like, what is that thing that they just
Porta fort.
Where do you
It just
find
came
that?
out in one of the like recent updates, but it's pretty much like a grenade that builds up a huge fort.
See that?
Jacob, take him out and make him have a bad time.
What's good, boys? Mike Vember said we got murked. Shout out to Mike Vember. I know this. I saw it. I was part of it. Yeah, Deluxe Nugs got him.
Oh, Lally
Got
brings
him.
energy. Let's get it.
The last
dude.
Lallies are our boy coming
Lally
in.
brings energy. I see you.
He's gonna be running this all the way to the finish to give us that W.
Oh yeah. That's why they call him the last Lally.
That's right. And you know, since we're just chilling right now, I'm gonna do a giveaway. If you can do hashtag the last Lally, then we're gonna give you a Magical Butter decarb box. Hey!
Yeah, that's what I'm
So
talking about.
hashtag the last Lally, because that's the guy that's made it as far as any of us right now currently. He tried to save me and we got knocked out.
Tried
Thanks,
so
Alex.
hard,
You know,
man.
he
I
tried.
wanted you to play.
He tried. So hashtag the last Lally. Man. And look, this has got to be one of your people over here. We have someone in here called Lolly brings energy. Who is that? This guy be like,
Oh,
"Here,
dude.
that's your
Hey, let
bomber
me
dad.
just say- let me
Holy
just say,
cow,
dude,
man,
that's
what a name."
Let's just say that's my other partner on this thing right here. That's our other teammate.
Oh
Sid.
man, that is crazy, man. Let me see.
Oh.
We are. Oh, I think I got some on here, and we're gonna pick a winner. I'm gonna let some people comment these in, and we're gonna see how far the last lolly gets, and then we'll get a winner at the end. That's funny, right?
Yes, dude.
Oh man, that's funny. Our boy Deluxe Nug is in an herb coma. Holla.
Go, Jacob.
Just got nipped.
Fat guy in a little coat.
I honestly didn't even notice you just got nipped. I was too busy.
Oh
looking
man. Oh, did he die? Oh,
Yeah.
there it is. So I'm gonna pick the winner on this first page, man. From where he died.
Lally.
I mean, I think. Let's see. Here, you can pick. Like, we're just gonna pick it out of these. Whoever in that little, like, you know.
Whoever in this little stretch?
Yeah, so I kind of like go with the square. Whoever's got it in the square, I kind of made it random, so it's a random pick.
Like wasp spread 1.
Oh, Wasp Spread 1. That's a long time follower too. Shout out to our boy Wasp Spread. You just won a Magical Butter decarb box, and shout out to the last lolly for bringing it through.
Welcome, dude. Jake, well done.
I didn't see what we
Let's
placed,
get it, dude.
but it's okay. We'll run it again. We'll see. What's up, chats? I've been asking for y'all on the godly speaker above us. No, you're too late now. See, I knew you guys are eating. You guys are eating in there. We're cleaning up. They already know it. Eating, man.
Yeah.
I bought his trash can. I gotta consume it.
Oh yeah, sorry. No, I think we're good. I forgot what I was. You remember what I was screaming for? Oh, can we get any noise in this?
Oh, the TV? Yeah.
Yeah, so everyone can hear what's going on. Is that it?
Yeah.
I thought it was more like you'd have to put it through the speakers or something.
B-Bunch for Prez. Wow.
Man, look at that. I know
B-Bunch for Prez.
you gotta follow in the comments. They'll get lost on you. Look at Lolly Pick Me.
Yo, I did too many people wrong.
You got a guy named Foz. You know a dude named Foz?
Oh yeah, I know way too many people.
Foz,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
like a bear from back
Hey,
in the day.
dude, that's his nickname. Fozzie the Bear, dude. Shout out Foz.
Yo, we're missing
Shout
one.
out
We're
to
missing
Fozzie
one.
and Fozzie the
We're
Bear.
missing one? Oh crap, Jake, you're not in this one. We gotta back out.
We lost it.
Yeah.
I'm loading.
It glitched out.
It's alright.
That's annoying. It says I'm still loading in, by the way.
Oh, it's all good. Yeah, I don't know if that one does have buttons. There we go, though.
Alright, Jen's on fight.
We're live on Twitch, we're live on YouTube, and we are live on Facebook. So if you are watching on all platforms, hey, Shatsbury, if you can pick a winner for a decarb box from Facebook, I don't have that feed in here. Oh, we're off on Facebook? What? This is a Twitch exclusive. There you go. There you go. So we're only on Twitch, and I don't gotta shout out all them tags. That's the truth right there. So just Twitch.
Hey man, Twitch is
Just
for the
Twitch?
gaming world. Let's go.
Yeah, man, it's for the gamers anyway. So let's see. We'll see our comments.
Here, accept this one.
Ah, Shats, pick me.
Hold up.
Our Twitch followers are funny.
10 times more.
That's
Alright, I'm gonna invite you to this game.
Oh, I see. I gotta join another match. Sorry, I'm lost in
You're
this.
good, bro. Do you?
If y'all could just save us some food over there on that end, that would be the dopest, man.
Yo, check out that emoji. Live brings energy with the bear hug and the little heart.
Shats standing right in front of the
God.
camera. Shout out to Shats.
Strategically.
Oh,
It's okay, they
God,
can't
dude. Hilarious. Alright, we good? Oh, my bad.
There we go. Hashtag Shats.
Alright, let's go. Press one.
Yeah, press well. I'm
You're
sorry.
good. No, you're good.
I always forget. I'll leave it here so we're good.
Entertained.
Yeah, man. These are our fans. These are our friends, our family, our loved ones, some of our girlfriends and wives. Like this is the Magical Butter Twitch video game segment. We're out here playing Fortnite. I got my boy Alex here. We're looking for some W's. We appreciate
How we gonna
y'all
play?
watching.
Hungry.
Look at that, man.
Where are we dropping?
Hashtag Shatsy Army. That's beautiful that even comes through. And we're on. We got 5 seconds to action.
We got Miz is a god. Hashtag Miz is a god.
Hashtag this is a god.
Here we go, and we are live. All my boys jumping out. You gotta tell us when to jump.
Salty, y'all down?
Yeah, let's do Salty. Salty Springs.
There we go. Let's hit up that salt, man. Let's hit up that salt. Are we going back to the...
Was that Side Guy in the back?
The black hole?
Yeah, Side Guy in the background.
Oh, it's that guy. My guy. What's good, buddy?
He's on the phone.
Oh, of course.
I just saw a
Making
comment
business.
said take a 500 milligram edible.
I'm hitting the mountain.
Ooh,
Man, you already know we're real.
Just heads.
Let's go.
Man, we know we can take a couple 500 milligram edibles, baby. We ain't worried about that. This is the MV crew. Man.
You
We like to
making
have
it
a
for
good
me?
time, but we don't. I wouldn't suggest anyone else trying that. That'll be a very.
Alex, I need some help.
Alright, definitely got some peeps around me
Here
for
we
sure
go.
here.
Oh,
Yeah,
look at that.
I'm hurt bad.
Remote
Oh, they're upstairs, Alex.
What? I didn't even see him.
Yeah.
Oh no. No! Oh, I was about to say no way, dude, yeah, boy.
R.I.P.
Hey, ladies and gents, rule of thumb in Fortnite: if you are playing with the squad and you down someone, always make sure you kill the person. You want to make sure the other team has a bad time.
Yes, right.
Let's go, bad time, boys.
Hey, what's this F?
Example number one.
Bad time. Hey, man. Oh no, bad time, no, boys.
Hey, what the F did I just find you?
Oh, I got someone coming after me.
Did anyone see that? Do you know what that is? Hey, if anyone knows what that F
What
was,
that?
I have no idea.
It's just part of the challenge. You just got the battle pass, so you can actually get that stuff now. It's part of one of the challenges. Oh, see?
Oh crap!
time.
Look at this. Who would have thought that I'd be the last man
Yes,
standing?
indeed. Let's go.
I'll at your boy, and I got some bandages, baby. I ain't scared. Look, man, get a couple bullets. You know, because that's what you need when you're all alone. Just get a couple bullets. We're all subbing here. That shit's okay. Go down the stairs. Man, this is a fancy house. You all think this is carpet? Damn, that shit is nice, man. That is definitely some carpet. Let's go check out the next spot.
Ooh, there's someone over there.
Did they destroy the side of a mountain?
Where's the tree, bro? Oh, there they are.
Oh, probably shouldn't stand next to a gas pump.
This is so amusing.
Hey,
Oh,
hey.
yeah, right, yeah.
Look, they don't know where I'm at.
I just start dancing at that point.
Man, three-man squad, holy cow.
Dancing at that point.
Where the heck was my squad at on that one, man? Where's my Twitchers? Jeez, I needed some help, man. They were coming at me. 3 of them.
I'm going to the bookstore at 4:30 if anybody wants to go.
I'll go.
Shout out to Stoner Grand loving her edible brownies. I love edible brownies too. It's one of my favorite. Try Rice Krispies. I don't know if anyone's ever tried Rice Krispies, but that's like one of my favorite recipes. Just because I love Rice Krispies. And it's a no-bake recipe. But really because I love Rice Krispies, man. You make it with Fruity Pebbles. Boy, that shit is so good.
Dude, I love those Fruity Pebbles.
Oh, those are my favorite.
Fruity Pebbles are, if not, probably my favorite cereal ever, along with Fruit Loops.
Yeah, man. Fruity Pebbles is the dream. Hey, that's nice. I can read that now.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Oh, I didn't think of that. Talking about Fruity Pebble Rice Krispies, hopefully.
Yo, Jake, Fozzie says you are not
man.
good with Reinhardt.
Fozzie's completely wrong. Fozzie doesn't know how to even play that game. Alright?
Oh, that's
You are
funny.
not sick with Reinhardt. Wow. We got to get back
I
to
know
some
I'm not.
Overwatch, man. I got to bring some of that back. We could hunt up on some people, man.
What, man? You play Overwatch too?
I still play that.
Me and my cousin used to go in on that.
Yeah, Overwatch is. That's a pretty good one. I would use the floaty orby guy. And I'd always-
Zenyatta, that was
yeah.
my favorite guy.
I throw a floaty
And
orb in your
Symmetra.
face.
Shout out to
That's what
Symmetra.
I always.
I
Yep.
don't know who y'all like, but Symmetra was pretty
Symmetra. Yeah.
Yep.
Alex lost
Say it
this
again?
game because he kept playing Symmetra.
Oh, dude, really? Are they taking the turrets away and everything?
Turrets are gonna travel in the air.
What?
And her teleporters on
You can now shoot the turrets. It's
Dude,
like,
Jake, did you hear that? You're gonna be
yeah,
able
you
to-
can shoot the turrets now.
Goodness me. Yeah, he plays that game still. I stopped playing it once Fortnite honestly came out.
I still play that game.
Woo! And here we go.
Drop.
Check it out, Twitch. We're dropping in. We're going into town right now. I think we're going. Where we going, man? What's the drop spot?
Greasy Grove, the greasiest.
We're heading
of
to
all
the Greasy
groves.
Grove.
Other way, yeah.
Man, I don't even know where y'all are at.
Click select, and you can pull up that map and you'll see us.
Alright. Yeah, like you see my guy, by like, man, I lost the people. I don't know where I'm floating to. Just cruising down. Hey, man, shoot the turds.
We got one team.
Nice. I got breaking news coming in. Can we get that little soundbite? I would love the breaking news soundbite. Yeah, like just like it, right? Like breaking news. Coming in.
Whoa.
My homie is getting it. Oh, good thing you got that first. Oh, the last lolly is first man out.
Oh no!
Oh,
I
we lost
hate
the last
this.
lolly. So the key in Fortnite is to landing all together, it turns out.
Yo, who's ready for this quick scope?
Because once you get down to
I don't even know what the first is.
a 1 or 2 man squad, it's just not happening.
Oh, Nelly! Not where I thought it would be.
Look, I see the guy squibbly down here. I'm trying to come.
Oh, there's someone behind you, Danny.
Look what I'm running at him with, man. I ain't gonna do nothing with this thing.
Yeah. I don't think Austin's gonna be able to help you out too much with the weapon he's got.
Sorry, dude.
A good old pickaxe.
This house has already been
man.
ran through. Oh, man.
So much lag. What the hell?
What? That was one shot. One shot.
Alright, that was,
Hey,
we need
on my PS4.
Yeah, we need a good
Well,
one.
then you gotta play with Chris. That's what he plays on.
that was short.
Chris plays on PS4. Oh, we all died?
Yeah,
Where is Miz?
Stop it, dude.
I thought we had the A squad, man.
I thought we did too, bro.
Like, dang, man.
Now we got
He was
this.
talking us all up on Twitch.
Oh, God,
I was like, we're going
man.
for W's.
Come on, we're trying.
Getting
We're
lots of
trying,
M's.
Man, there's a lot of good people out there these
Holy
days,
cow.
man. It's hard.
The great builder.
going
I've
off.
never once played
going off
Fortnite.
this
It's a
game.
pretty good game. It's fun if you got a good squad. I'll say it's hard to.
Cop a dub.
Yeah, it's hard to get a W in this game.
Yeah.
Just a moment. I mean, hell, that's why they put the challenges hard.
I just saw a comment that said, "Tell Austin I got his joke late when he said I got jungle fever." I don't even remember saying that. I don't even
The
remember.
18's out.
When did that happen? But if you do got jungle fever, holla, baby. That's it. You know, we all got some type of fever in us, right? Little bit of dancing fever in me, maybe. You know, I'm from Florida. Can't help it. Yeah, you can read all the comments right here. We got like the most sickest Fortnite setup.
But
We're hanging out.
10 times easier. Hey,
Nice.
Hey.
Hashtag
I like
Canna
it.
Fever.
You
My
can
boy
play.
Mike members having Canna Fever. That's right, boy. I got cannabis fever. I gotta have that shit all the time.
Yeah, we got that cannabis fever.
I
That
got
boy
cannabis
Davis.
fever,
Got that
man.
cannabis
I need
fever.
cannabis every day, every time.
Or you can come to the bookstore and get it.
Oh, someone just said loser fever. That's
Alright, yeah, that's exactly what we're feeling, honestly.
That's what we're feeling,
Yo,
okay?
honestly, since the new season started, you got all these good players. Yeah, you got some great players still stuck in a very low level.
Yeah.
We got a mixed direction of our jump.
Oh man, yeah, that was not
letting everybody know.
coordinated. Not coordinated. Let's go to somewhere in the middle, Salty Springs, yeah.
Salty's already like, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. It's probably gonna be an ugly drop again, boys. No lie.
Yeah. I
More
would come
team
into this town
communication.
if you're going the
Yeah,
right way.
no, that was we were singing. Sorry.
Yeah, we were singing. We got caught up singing.
Yeah, we were caught
Now we're
singing,
dropped all
and
weird.
that's definitely,
Oh, look, I'm gonna drop in
definitely
here.
our fault over here. As you know, my. Oh, dude, no way. I'd rather throw up than take that kind of shotty. Oh yeah, see good things come. There is so much lag on my god.
Who's getting shot at?
Yeah, who is?
Outside the blue house on me. I hit him once.
No!
I knocked two.
Way! He's up here with me, but yep. God, that's exactly why he killed me. He had a heavy shotgun instead.
Oh shit, we died. I'm trying to come save you. My boy died already. Sorry, Alex. I got quiet for a second trying to focus in.
You're good.
Now I'm like, you're gone. Look at that, man.
It's ridiculous. Holy crap, that's the guy who killed me.
Oh, look. I just took his sniper rifle, so no worries, bro. It's all in good spirits.
Hope. Get on, boy. What you doing? What the fuck?
Oh, look at this sniper thing that I got. This is cool. This is like a sniper assault rifle.
Oh. Hey.
Tell your boys we're in it to win it. No slack. Look.
Oh yeah, no, they're in it to win it for sure.
All right, here we go. Oh,
I don't think someone like plays this game and doesn't intend not to, you know?
I don't know. We've been losing pretty
we've
badly.
been.
You're saying that.
Golden Vendy.
All right, let's hop out. Tell your boy that could use some help.
Hey.
Oh, there you go. And look at our boy over here building a fort.
What you snickering at?
Yeah, if someone wants that mini, actually, I'll just take it.
Let's see what we got on this snipe game.
This is why I can't hear anything.
Oh man,
Going more towards the circle.
Look, it's
Don't want to go into Dusty Divot or around it.
If you keep treating reality as a joke, it will always be a joke. Wise words, my friend.
Yeah?
Wise words.
Those are wise words. That's right. Reality is real.
There's guys in here.
Dude, this shit is glitching so.
I know, you could see it.
Yeah.
They're jumping up the left. Quickly, to your left, to your left, to your left, to your left.
Like, what do you do there?
There's people to your left, people to your left. Get him, Dan.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Nothing just hit me.
Yeah, dude, I swear it's been.
This lag is bad.
Nothing really.
Their
hit me
lag
right
is
there.
so
That was
bad. They're
crazy.
just hopping around.
I just like dropped down. Oh man, you guys didn't even see it in the replay. I just dropped down out of nowhere. That wasn't even fun. Shout out to the glitch.
Dude, it's like it's real right now.
Well, I think that glitch might take us out, man.
Honestly,
that might be the end of our
it's body.
end of our fortnight.
For real. You know, there's always later. Then always tomorrow.
Yep. So I think, man, that'll actually call it a game for us. I think that's good.
Honestly,
We didn't take home any W's, but
sorry,
we tried.
man.
I think
Take
me
some
and
home tomorrow or something like that. If
yeah,
anything.
that's right. We'll be on live tonight, I believe.
Be more
too.
prepared
Chris,
tomorrow.
one of us is gonna be playing Twitch, making sure.
You guys on Xbox Live.
Yeah, what's your shout out? Your
Dude,
name?
bye. Hey, dude, like I said, follow me, Just Lally, literally just space Lally, last name spelled Lally.
There you go. AMFR in your face 813. You can see it on my little gamer tag here. If y'all want to play with us, give us an invite. We love playing our video games after we get off work after a long day. So,
Yo, shout out Squidly and Last Lally for doing your best, and hey,
definitely.
man, you're good. You're good, man.
well,
Hey,
awesome. Well,
Get
hey,
him next time.
shout out to Brandon Allen too, the amazing chef who came out,
Oh, yeah.
cooked some amazing food. We're
Yo,
about to
dude,
go
I'm
try
about to
some.
go
That's why I hate to
snack.
wrap it up a
I know,
little early,
dude.
but
Are
I
you
gotta
kidding
try
me?
some of that
About to go
food.
snack.
So shout out to Brandon, shout out to Chris, of course, the man killing the game as always, bringing us live, taking us out. We love you. Everyone that has followed along, whether you're on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, on our website, MagicalButter.com. Make sure you check it out for all the recipes that you see throughout the week. You can go make them yourself, infuse your life, live healthy, live happy.
Yes.
I think that's it for us.
Dude,
Thanks again for watching, everybody. We hope to see y'all tomorrow on the next live feed.
Stuff, man, for sure.
I know, right? I think it's time for us to go and try some.
All right, take it easy, y'all.
Cheers, y'all, and cheers to goodness.
Oh, man.
No, we gotta try some of the food now.